that's always got to be in the back of your mind.
Morning, Pete.
Hey, Pierre.
Bit of a gong show in some of the other series in terms of the shenanigans.
Mm-hmm.
This series has been very disciplined from both teams. Even with Jamie Benn's big hit in Game 2, it didn't create anything else. What's your sense of these two teams focused that way?
Yeah. I think our first series with Vegas was the same. I think, and again, it's hockey, right? It could turn tonight into a similar situation that you're seeing quickly, so I don't want to predict anything, but I think there's a real awareness here, with how closely the teams are matched, how good the special teams are on all the teams involved that are left, that if you're going to step over that line or get near that line even, you're risking, potentially the result of the game, to do it. So, I'm not sure if it's a Western Conference thing or, I guess the Edmonton-Vancouver series has been physical. But, I find the East, when I look at it, there's a little bit more of that than I feel there is in the West. I think the Western Conference I don't think has as much as that.
Hey, Pete, you mentioned after Saturday night, you made adjustments following Game 1. Colorado would look at that and make their own adjustments probably tonight. Without getting into specifics, how much can you try to anticipate that?
Yeah, you can try and anticipate it. At the same time, you got to be careful not to overcoach at this time of year too. I think the players really want to play, and they're at the point now. Your game is at this point of the season, should be at the point where they're moving seamlessly around the ice. They're not overthinking situations. So, there's a fine line there from a coaching perspective, and too much information, too many adjustments. We've got to be careful with that too.
That's Stars head coach Pete DeBoer speaking this morning. Bruce, what do you think the adjustments are for Pete DeBoer now that he finds out that Val Nichushkin won't be playing? Jonathan Drouin is out for warm-ups. He looks like he's playing tonight for the Avs.
I don't think the Stars are going to change a whole lot of anything. We did see a change in the penalty kill where the Stars are being much more aggressive and immediately trying to jump on Cale Makar when he gets the puck. The Stars always had pressure defense, but now the pressure's going high. It's going immediate and trying to close gaps and almost daring Makar to facilitate passing. Now, we did see that work one time in the first period when McKinnon wound up with a wide-open one-timer at an empty net, and Chris Tanev made the defensive play of the game, in my opinion, by blocking that. But I expect the Stars to not worry about what Colorado does. They're not going to change a thing that they did. That third period and the rest of that second period, except for the one goal by Rantanen, which McKinnon made a great play on, the Stars played the greasy, ugly road game. I don't see any reason that they're going to go into this game and try to do anything else than what was successful.
Up next in the Stars pregame show presented by PNC Bank, let's check in with Josh and Razor as we get you ready for Stars and Avs right here on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket.
Every summer, The Ticket has bashed. This summer, we chill. It's The Ticket Summer Chill inside the cool confines of the Granada Theater. Friday, June 21st. AC, cool drinks, The Ticket Guys, a concert from The Ticket Time Wasters, and a limited edition cool ticket tumbler. Get tickets now at theticket.com and then chill with us.
No, I thought we just gonna be chilling.
Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
Were you in a wreck? This is Sean Bass for Frinkle & Frinkle Injury Attorneys, fighting for the rights of the injured in a car and truck wreck for 30 years right here in DFW. Thinking you can't afford to hire Frinkle & Frinkle? You pay zero out of pocket. They get paid when you get paid. Get the medical treatment and compensation you deserve. Call Frinkle & Frinkle at 214 or 817-333-3333. That's 214-333-3333.
Call Frinkle first. FRENKEL.
Shut up right now. Just so you know, I'm talking to that little voice in your head with the big mouth. You know, the voice that tells you it's impossible to lose weight because it's so wrong. Let's keep it 100. Every single day, men and women let go of the 10, 20, and 30 pounds of jiggle and get healthy the natural way, the soda way.
Let's go.
Soda's collection of coaches teaches you how to eat and what to eat and when to eat. Let them help you. Let it work for you right now. You need an invitation? Fine. Join right now. You got it. I was 50 pounds 5 years ago, kept it off, and I am sexy. Go to sodaweightloss.com and check out nearly 8,700 5-star Soda client Google reviews, or you can go to any one of Soda's 7 beautiful locations. You can even do Soda's program at home 100% over the phone. No excuses, baby. Let's get it. Soda, SOTA weightloss.com. It's the vetted and chosen weight loss program of your Dallas Cowboys. Say it with me now. Soda and the Cowboys are state of the art.
Toss those addictive sleep pills and welcome an all-natural snooze, courtesy of thetrustedlab.com. The Trusted Lab's natural and high-quality products are here to elevate your sleep game and get you in a better mood, too. No more tossing and turning, counting sheep, or feeling groggy in the morning. Just a peaceful slumber and a refreshed start to your day with thetrustedlab.com. Ordering is a breeze. With doorstep delivery, you'll be snoozing in no time. Experience the difference with thetrustedlab.com. CBD for sleep, CBD for mood, and CBD for your body.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it. When you roll a Charmin Ultra Soft on the party, less is more, so roll it back, everybody. Charmin's irresistibly soft and hella nice. The grip is always stopped. It's our party wine. So our cheeks feel fine. So everybody wanna touch the sky. Charmin Ultra Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
What companies would you want to work for? Just Capital is a nonprofit that tracks which companies are a force for good. Companies like Bank of America, which just earned the prestigious Just Capital 2024 seal. Bank of America is ranked #1 in the banking industry and #1 for their ongoing commitment to workers, offering best-in-class benefits, including a minimum wage of $25 an hour by 2025. Visit justcapital.com to learn how a just business is a better business.
Furnished by Just Capital.
Owen Newkirk and Bruce Levine are taking a shift on the Dallas Stars pregame show. Brought to you by PNC Bank on the radio home of the Dallas Stars. Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket.
Dallas Stars pregame show presented by PNC Bank. Live here from the Ticket Studios, Owen Newkirk alongside Bruce Levine. Let's check in with our broadcast team ahead of Game 4. Here's Josh Bogart and Daryl Ray.
Thanks, guys, to the Stars and the Colorado Avalanche here for Game 4 from Ball Arena. And, Razor, we're going to have a lot of time in just a little bit to set the stage for this one and talk about what to expect in this 2-1 Stars series lead. I wanted your thoughts while we have some minutes here on the pregame show.
We have nothing but minutes here.
Yes, we do. Curious, league-wide, there's some pretty big talking points out there, even going back to the first round of goaltender interference, what is, what isn't, suspendable plays, what are, what aren't. Some pretty juicy storylines out there. Your take on just what you've seen as a whole and anything that jumps out to you?
That's fairly generic. Which one do you want to talk about?
Yeah, well, like you said, we've got minutes, so why don't we start with
the suspension was surprising. I really thought that would, again, the way I look at it, as a league, he's arguably the best player in the league, Connor McDavid. And I understand playoff hockey, but the idea that you can, on one side, almost send him to back surgery, and on the other side, try to knock out a top row of teeth, and it's a $5,000 fine, and it's one game, is shocking to me. Like, it shocks the system a little bit. I think the book should be thrown at that. We need our best players to get deep into the playoffs, and they should be protected. In other sports, look at quarterbacks in football. Like, you touch their helmet and it's a flag, and this is like open season on your best offensive player. And the goalie interference thing is the most perplexing thing in our sport, and we'll keep going with football. It's pass interference. Like, one thing looks like it is, but then it isn't. Another thing, you don't know. I think it's an impossible. It's an impossible gray area that they've created with that. I personally think goaltenders need to fight for some space a little bit more than they do, and maybe that would erase some of it. But like that goal was more a missed call than it was goalie interference to me, and I was kind of surprised. It seemed like an emotional challenge, because the penalty wasn't called, because it didn't look like a good challenge. I was like, I don't think they're going to agree with you on this one, Monty, and they didn't. So what it does, though, is that I think around the league, when you see other teams and their video crews and that, it makes them a little hesitant, I think, to call down and say, yeah, we should challenge that right away, because it's like, I think it is. It was at a certain time, but maybe a little bit like the rules, because they can't call everything, and you understand that, but the rules in the regular season and the rules in the playoffs are not the same deal.
Yeah, and I think it goes to a lot of people maybe not understanding what's reviewable and what's not when you look at that play and you think, well, that shouldn't result in a goal. The way the challenge system is written and the way the law works.
You can't challenge everything.
You can't challenge or a penalty, right. So you
can't challenge
You can't do it. See, that's why we went generic, Razor, because you have opinions. You tossed a lot out there. And,
HSOs.
And there you go. That's right.
Going.
That's right. We've got all HSOs.
To be honest with you, Pete DeBoer touched on it a little bit this morning, and then he caught himself, which was enjoyable. Where he's like, I think the East is more, there's more friction and more of this, and then he's like, hold it now, that was in the West last night
Vancouver
with Vancouver,
because everyone's talking about the Boston,
with Vancouver and Edmonton. But it is true. I think the West, because the teams are so closely matched with one another, maybe the discipline is up a little bit. When you get teams that are, getting outshot by miles and that, maybe you get a little more of that. Hey, we're gonna try to turn this into something other than just race up and down the ice hockey. I think that's what we're going to get here tonight between these two teams, more of the race up and down the ice hockey.
We'll see. It feels like a huge game, and certainly the Avalanche approaching it that way, trailing 2-1. Stars, they can really grab this series and take a stranglehold on it before it shifts back to Dallas. So we're looking forward to it, guys, as the countdown is on to Game 4, and we send it back to you.
All right, guys, thanks very much. Up next, we'll do about a 10-second TXU Energy Power Player of the Game selections here on The Ticket.
We're being fed the best sports combo platter every day on The Ticket. The Dallas Stars and Dallas Mavericks are both in the second round of the playoffs, with a trip to the Western Conference Finals next on the menu. Dig into The Ticket for hot sports opinions on every bite of every game in both series. It's like two main courses served up at your favorite 5-star all sports all the time radio station. Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket.
Hey Stars fans, Marty Turco here for Valley Ridge Roofing. Valley Ridge Roofing is not just a sponsor of the Dallas Stars, they're also our chosen roofing contractor. In fact, Valley Ridge has now completed 7 full roof replacements for Stars facilities, resulting in more energy-efficient buildings and significant cost savings. We chose Valley Ridge Roofing for 3 very good reasons: honesty, quality, and reliability. Valley Ridge Roofing, the official roofing contractor of the Dallas Stars. Visit their website at vrrctx.com.
It takes hard work to get to the playoffs, but it's easy to apply for an auto loan with us. Hi, this is Sharon Moore, President and CEO of City Credit Union. Our loan experts will help you through the entire process, and we even handle everything electronically. Check out our Google reviews. We've earned a lot of fans of our own. Get started at citycu.org/apply. City Credit Union is a proud partner of the Dallas Stars.
Certain restrictions apply. Subject to credit approval. See Credit Union for details. Federally insured by NCUA.
Right now at 7-Eleven, get a Big Bite hot dog and a large Big Gulp drink for only $3. It's the kind of big meal that'll make you feel like a big deal. A big shot, a BIP. That's big important person. You could be top dog with a hot dog, a big wig with a Big Gulp. Stop by 7-Eleven and grab a big meal deal for only $3 with 7 rewards. But don't get a big head. Valid through 1/7/25. 7-Eleven has the right to end this promotion early. All rights reserved. Plus tax. Participating U.S. stores only. See app for full terms.
It's the Stars and the Avalanche in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And this is the Dallas Stars Playoff Pregame Show. Brought to you by PNC Bank on the radio home of the Dallas Stars. Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket.
Dallas Stars pregame show presented by PNC Bank. It's a lightning round version of the TXU Energy Power Player of the Game selections. TXU Energy for everything.
Jake Ottinger, he's won 3 of 4 on the road, has not allowed more than 2 goals a game on the road so far in this postseason. Fantastic in game number 3. Look for it in Game 4.
I'm going with Tyler Seguin, who has scored consecutive game-winning goals in this series, and he's second on the team in goals tied and second in plus-minus. I can't wait. Josh and Razor take the coverage right now for Game 4.
The following is a KTCK Sports Presentation.
KTCK Sports Presentation.
For those who are successful in the quest for the cup, cohesion is key.
In Game 3, the Stars stifled the Avalanche with world-class goaltending and smothering defense.
Score! Logan Stankoven, his first career Stanley Cup playoff goal.
With goals from a tenacious rookie and a veteran leader.
Score! Tyler Seguin.
They composed a textbook team victory in hostile territory.
Game 3 is over. The Stars with a 4-1 win and now hold the advantage.
Tonight, the puck drops on the next act of this series. And the discord is set to elevate once again in Denver. Welcome to Game 4.
This is Dallas Stars playoff hockey on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
Hello, everybody, and a very good evening to you. Welcome inside Ball Arena from Denver, Colorado, alongside Daryl Ray. I'm Josh Bogorod. The Stars and the Colorado Avalanche. Game 4 of this second-round series. The Stars lead it 2-1, fresh off of back-to-back victories in Games 2 and 3. And it has been a newsy hour and a half leading up to the start of this one. We'll walk you all the way up to face-off, and so more on the Av side of things coming up in just a little bit. But Razor, we start with really what was billed ever since this matchup was set. The Stars, the best road team in the league, against Colorado, the best home team in the league. We got to see our first battle of it a couple of nights ago, and the Stars looked every bit the part, very comfortable in this building against that team at altitude, and got the victory to show for it.
1,500 feet above sea level, and the Stars with the decided advantage, the road team versus the home team. Look, we're going to talk about the personnel changes on their side. It doesn't matter, though. It's still the same billboard, right? It's the best home team against the best road team, and the best road team certainly lived up to that billing here on Saturday night. The penalty killing in particular, along with Jake Ottinger. I mean, the main reason they ran out to the record they did away from American Airlines Center in the regular season was their special teams, their ability to hush home power plays, and they certainly did that. That's a different game on Saturday if their power play starts to rock, especially at Mile High Air. I mean, it's just a recipe for disaster. Didn't happen. They kill them all off. 3 of the 4 lines were involved in the goals in the game, albeit half of them were empty netters. So that checking and frustration and depth, and thinking heading into the series, and certainly heading into these matchups in Denver, that the Stars have the advantage in depth. Well, they really have the advantage in depth heading into tonight's game because of what's going on here today.
Yeah, some crazy stuff. If you're just tuning in and haven't caught the news, about 6:30 p.m. Here in the Mountain Time Zone, about an hour ago, we find out that Val Nichushkin, the NHL and the NHLPA announced Val Nichushkin has been placed in Stage 3 of the Player Assistance Program. Because of that, under the terms, he is suspended without pay for 6 months, effective immediately. Then he will be eligible to apply for reinstatement. So the Avalanche find themselves down a huge part of their offense, and that's breaking news. And you think back to what happened last year in the postseason against Seattle. We certainly, wish him the best. It's an ugly situation. They also find out, Razor, that they're down one of their top D-men in Devon Taves, who just moments ago doesn't take pregame warm-ups. So these are unexpected curveballs that really derail this Colorado roster.
It's half of their top pair on defense, and it's the co-leading goal scorer in the Stanley Cup playoffs that are unavailable here tonight. And Val's not going to get back in again. And, that he was ushered out of that series against Seattle early in the series last year, the opening round, and he addressed it, or tried to address it, in training camp, and said that it was a family reason. I know you guys, the media, want to find something there, but it's nothing interesting. I think we should close it. It's a new season. And after that, mid-January, he went into the player assistance program, comes back out of that. He's been a machine in the playoffs and was during the regular season. And now whatever bubbled up today has taken him out. A half a year. He's not going to be available for the rest of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And it's kind of sad. He's such an incredible young player, but he's fighting some demons. That's pretty obvious right now. The Taves thing, I have to go back to the hit on him by Jamie Benn in Game 2 in Dallas. Whether that's what it is or what it is, but he got rocked. He got knocked out of the game for a while. He came back. I mentioned to you when we were doing the game, he doesn't look right. And then he played great here the other night. Yeah. He had scoring opportunities. He and Makar logged a ton of ice time. But when you're looking at what we talked about off the top, a team that really thrives on their depth and their ability to roll four lines against anybody, now you have a group on the other side that is hampered on defense. They're nowhere near as sturdy back there as they were when they won the Cup a couple of years ago. But, I mean, Taves is the perfect partner for Cale Makar. And then you add into that now in their top six. Yes, they're going to get Drouin back here tonight, and that helps on the skill side of things. But they're thinking to themselves, they're getting him back. Now they're starting to look like they have something on their third line, not just their top six. And now, the Stars have a decided advantage. And more of this goes on the shoulders of McKinnon and their big four guys, whether they can do enough to overcome what the Stars do, and that's just coming at them with waves, attention to detail, and great goaltending from Jake Ottinger.
It really is a remarkable 180 because we were in this building not even 12 hours ago for morning skate, and we were thinking from the Colorado standpoint, they were expecting to get Jonathan Drouin back. He was injured in the regular season finale, hasn't played in the playoffs, was cut by a skate blade, was working his way back to this point, and that was supposed to be the lift. Instead, it throws their defense in a blender. They're without Val Nichushkin, and so something to monitor as we move along. And so now, you talked about it, Razor. You said it. It's the herd of the Stars against the big guns, and you take a couple of them away now for Colorado. And if you're at the Dallas standpoint, you got a guy in Tyler Seguin who has really woken up in the goal-scoring department in this series and done what he usually does against the Colorado Avalanche, making them even deeper and even more dangerous.
It's a good thing you bring up Tyler Seguin because this is the handsome Johnny Sponsler demanded Seguin spectacle right now that we glossed over last game, and I should have listened to my producer. The Avs are his anti-Anaheim, if you will. He's gone a lifetime not scoring a goal against the Anaheim Ducks, and he's good for two every time it feels like that the Stars play the Colorado Avalanche, and not just goals, but he's come up with a game winner, and I mean actual game winners in each of the last two games. The shorty at home in Game 2, and then a beautiful setup by Dodonov to break him free here on Saturday night. And I was talking with Tyler a little bit this morning about, what's going on with his game, and he mentioned maturity, and that's pretty obvious. He's a married man. Said years ago when I went through a series, if I'd gone through a series like that Golden Knights series where he was getting boatloads of opportunities to score and nothing was going in, it would just wreck me. And now he says, I have the ability to just focus on something else, focus on face-offs, my defensive play, a little bit of physicality, whatever it is. And through that, at some point, he still has his inner voice telling him, you know what, it's going to come. I'm going to score one, and when I score one, I have to follow that up. And he pointed out when he went through the bubble, and he was limping in that playoff as well. And as he went through that, he felt like I need a goal to get going, and then he couldn't follow it up again. And here he is, he scores, and then he scores again, and he scores biggies in back-to-back games. And it just gives the Stars one more weapon up front. It feels like every guy in the lineup at forward for the Stars has at least the potential to score, and a lot of them are creating opportunities to score too. And that's a tough thing for a real shorthanded team like the Avalanche to try to overcome.
Yeah, it's part of what makes them such a dangerous road club and part of what made them Game 3 winners and gave them a 2-1 series lead. Tyler Seguin will play his 125th career Stanley Cup playoff game here tonight. We've got plenty more as we count you down to opening faceoff. Game 4 from Ball Arena in Denver. The Stars try to extend their series lead. The Avalanche try and tie it up before it shifts back to Dallas. Stick around because there's a lot more to talk about as we walk you up to opening faceoff. This is Stars Playoff Hockey. It's brought to you by PNC Bank. Heard right here on the ticket.
It takes hard work to get to the playoffs, but it's easy to apply for an auto loan with us. Hi, this is Sharon Moore, President and CEO of City Credit Union. Our loan experts will help you through the entire process, and we even handle everything electronically. Check out our Google reviews. We've earned a lot of fans of our own. Get started at citycu.org/apply. City Credit Union is a proud partner of the Dallas Stars.
Certain restrictions apply. Subject to credit approval. See Credit Union for details. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hey, baseball fans! Maverick Windows is hitting it out of the park this season. From now until October, when you purchase energy-efficient windows, you're not just scoring a home run on Slash Energy Savings. We'll also hook you up with free baseball tickets to the ballpark in Arlington. This exclusive offer is your ticket to enjoy America's favorite pastime in the state-of-the-art ballpark. Call Maverick Windows at 800-972-3631 or visit us online at maverickwindows.com. And step right up for free tickets to the game with new windows.
All around in North Texas, I'm cruising in my car. Tiny sticker makes it quicker. If you see me dancing in my car, that's how good toll tax savings are. I love how much it saves me. Makes me feel like a genius, baby. And when my hands are tended to, my body starts to move. If you see me dancing in my car.
Small sticker, big savings at getmytolltag.com.
Children's Health is the official pediatric home of Dallas Stars fans. Every day, Children's Health is pushing the boundaries of what incredible care for children looks like. From groundbreaking research to technological innovations, Children's Health is constantly discovering the cutting-edge treatments that lead to greater outcomes. From their relentless care teams to their commitment to every family, Children's Health will stop at nothing to give kids the care they need for the future they deserve. Visit childrens.com to learn more.
This is Dallas Stars Hockey on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310.
The Ticket!
Welcome back here inside Ball Arena in Denver. The lead up to Game 4 between the Stars and the Avalanche. Josh Bogorod, Daryl Ray with you. And so you can't tell the story about the Avalanche with also telling the story about the top of their lead guns from a forward standpoint, and that's Nathan MacKinnon. Career highs, 140 points, an MVP-like season. It might turn into an MVP season. It was going to be a focal point of the Stars to try and wrap him up, and a focal point anytime the best players in the league face teams with a game plan to try and slow him down.
Yeah, look, they're a wounded animal tonight, and he's the type of guy that would just grab things and take them to a different level personally. And it's an interesting thing right now in our sport. Like, if you look at the three finalists for the Hart Trophy, for the MVP in the league, Kucherov's already done. You know, like, he was gone in the opening round. McDavid's in trouble. They're down 2-1. He got cross-checked in the face, too. Kind of a stunning suspension. We talked about that earlier. McKinnon's looked frustrated the last couple of games. They're down 2-1 in this series. It just underscores that teams and at times goalies win playoff series and win in the playoffs, not individuals. And Nate MacKinnon is the NHL's home ice MVP. There's no question. 34 goals, 89 points, all the blistering runs of points in the regular season. But he can't do it all by himself, you wouldn't think. He's going to try here tonight. Sometimes that can work out for their side. A lot of times it works out better for the Stars that he goes all lone wolf mode and tries to win it by himself. So he'll be a major focal point here tonight, no question. And it would be mildly surprising with the news of the day that they're, slight individuals and small pack can beat the Stars' big herd.
There are two players in this series of all the talent on both sides that have registered points in all three games so far. They both wear Stars sweaters. They are Miro Heiskanen and Jason Robertson. And Heiskanen, fresh off of the 2-goal game earlier in the series, what he does at both ends of the ice. You've talked about it several times. He'll always be linked to Cale Makar because of how they came into the league back-to-back in the 2017 draft, 3rd and 4th. Miro Heiskanen has the ability and has shown it to step up and really tilt games throughout his entire career.
Yeah, maybe the matchup of this series, right? Those two defensemen drafted 3 and 4 in 2017. Heiskanen leads the Stars in scoring it reminds me so much. Doesn't it remind you of the bubble when he and John Klingberg were the sort of two-pronged spear that led the Stars' run to the Stanley Cup final? It's very reminiscent of that run in the bubble. Miro has a point in all 3 games and a pair of goals. Makar's gone back-to-back without hitting the score sheet, and a lot of that is their ineffectiveness on their power play. I mean, he's the fulcrum on that power play. Now they lose their net front guy in Val Nichushkin. That is not going to help, but I don't think you can ask more of Miro Heiskanen than what the Stars are getting. Rolling 5 defensemen. He and Chris Tanev on that right side are basically swapping out the shifts of Nils Lundqvist along with Ryan Suter. And, he's eating up, both of them are. Makar's eating up tons of ice time as well. They're worth, top 5 picks. They've proved that. Makar has a little more spice to his game. He's a shinier penny. But I think the overall slant, the overall balance of offense and defense goes toward Miro Heiskanen. And the more the Stars play well, the deeper they go in the Stanley Cup playoffs, the more accolades, deservedly so, he deserves and will get going forward.
Stars with a 2-1 series lead. A refresher of how we got here. It was Colorado really coming out of nowhere to take that first game, and then Dallas has done it since then. The lead up to this very pivotal Game 4, when you reflect back on it, Razor, what do you look at?
Yeah, you look at little things in each game, right? And each game is a one-off in a lot of ways coming in a playoff series. Both teams were affected by their first-round series in the opener. The Stars showed weariness of that emotional, tight 7-game series against the Golden Knights as the game wore on. The Avs showed some rust early from 6 days between competition, and then once they got their footing, they erased a 3-0 Stars win and lead and won it in overtime. Game 2, the Stars really dominated. That should have been a much easier win than it actually was. The Ben hit is a big moment in that game. We don't know whether that has popped Devon Taves out of this series or not, but it had some kind of effect. It certainly had an effect that night. And I'll be honest, Josh, I think it's had an effect in the series. There was really no response from their side whatsoever, like zero. And I think that has an effect. The Finns took over that game. They had a big one. Heiskanen, who we just spoke of, the 4-pointer out of Roope Hintz, and the Colorado top guys were really quiet. We come here for Game 3. It was a road masterpiece. I think enough people have talked about it. We talked about it earlier. The penalty kill, Otter, depth, frustrated Avs guys, a 1-goal lead protection clinic in the third period. So we arrive here at Game 4 tonight with all of the drama that has gone on the Avalanche side of things leading into it. And I'm telling you, the Stars are unaffected by it, I would tell you. Maybe bolster a little bit mentally, but they're going to go about their business and play their game tonight no matter who's in the lineup on the other side.
So further to that point, if that's what the Stars are doing, it's only human nature. These are affecting types of moves that happen anytime players come out, but then the nature in which the Nichushkin thing comes down, the timing of it, fresh off last year. What do you expect from the start of this game? Is it at all different than what we expected from the Avs standpoint 2.5 hours ago?
It has to be. I mean, I expected them to bring the house early here, right? And they had their opportunities on Saturday night. They had all those power plays early in the game. That's their best guys on the ice. They couldn't get it done. This is 2 years in a row the same thing. That has an effect. Last year, I think they were stunned by it, but they almost overcame the Seattle Kraken despite it. I think this is a different animal. They're in trouble, and they know it against a very good team. And now they're missing their number 2 defenseman and their best goal scorer in the playoffs. It has an effect. They'll come out. I would say a lead is instrumental in what goes on here tonight. If they get it, they can get to a rhythm. If the Stars get it, they're going to hang their heads a little bit, I think.
The Avalanche have not played with a lead for a single second. Stars and Avalanche, we are just about set to go Game 4. It is an intriguing start to it. Let's send it down to ice level as we bring you tonight's national anthem.
The singing of the Star-Spangled Banner, as performed this evening by Amanda Hawkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting, and now gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
The Star-Spangled Banner, and just as the case was a couple nights ago on Saturday, you could hear a large contingent of Stars fans yelling during the anthem. This crowd is alive. This game means a ton to both sides. Everybody's on their feet. Razor, the stage is set as we take a look at our starting netminders.
Important position this time of year. Jake Ottinger continued his splendid road play here on Saturday night. Stopped 97% of the shots he faced. He has now allowed only 6 goals in the 4 games on 4 and ice. Alexander Georgiev isn't the Avalanche's problem, but he also hasn't been their complete savior either. He's sporting a 2.88 goals against average and a fairly poor .878 save percentage.
Stars with a 2-1 series lead, a massive difference between a 3-1 advantage heading home or a 2-2 series tie. The next 3 hours will determine it. Puck is dropped. We are underway. Game 4 between the Stars and Avs. Dumped in on Jake Ottinger. He'll quickly move it off for Esa Lindell. Amidst all the turmoil and lineup changes for the Avalanche, the exact same look for the Stars. And a shot by Wyatt Johnston hung on to by Georgiev. The game's first whistle 21 seconds in.
You know, Pete DeBoer this morning invoked John Wooden's old maxim, the UCLA basketball coaching legend. Overcoaching can be more harmful than undercoaching. Just keep it simple. And I think that's one of the true geniuses of Pete DeBoer. It's a major reason why he's 8-0 in Game 7s, too. Let him play.
Cleared out to center ice. Miro Heiskanen is there. Taken away, Zach Parise. He brings in Parise on this line with Middlestat and Jonathan Drouin. That was the expected lineup change tonight. Then came the other unexpected ones. Drouin lost it in the near side circle. The Stars look to clear it out, and they do. Drouin came over to Colorado. Former junior teammates with Nate McKinnon rekindled some of that magic. Career numbers for him. Hasn't played so far in the postseason because he took a skate blade cut in the regular season finale almost a month ago.
Always want to make sure of healing on those things so an infection doesn't be a part of things, and that's why he was out for so long.
Jason Robertson drops it down into the corner. Sean Walker plays it up. Walker is the man who gets elevated into that top pair in the absence of Devon Taves. The late scratch just before the start of the game. Cale Makar has lost his deep partner, and Walker is the guy who's tabbed to climb the ladder.
Well, they lose the righty-lefty thing, too. You know, they had a perfect lefty on the left side, righty on the right side. Now you have 2 right-shot defensemen playing together. They haven't played an awful lot together.
Walker was one of the trade deadline pickups from Philadelphia. There were a few of them as the Avs went shopping right around the deadline in early March. Ridden up the sidewall, we are scoreless. Caleb Jones is out there. He's the defenseman who checks in for Taves. His first appearance since Game 2 against Winnipeg. Harley looked like he took something upstairs. Stick and puck were nearby. Dallas able to fight through it, bring to center ice.
I think it was the follow-through of that shot attempt maybe that got him right in the lips.
The Avs break out of their zone. Arturi Lehkonen, 17:45 and counting remaining in the first period. Early stages of a scoreless Game 4. Bounced around by the Stars, cleared all the way down. It will slide wide of the net and result in an icing against Dallas.
Their head coach, Jared Bednar, was talking this morning and pointed out the obvious. They haven't had a lead, and it's 3 games into this series. They have not also played to their potential for a full 60 minutes. It had to have rocked his dressing room, though, the news of the day to lose both Taves on defense and Val Nichushkin up front. You're going to have to coach him up tonight.
Stars will control off the defensive zone draw. Esa Lindell lifts it on the backhand. Glove down by Makar. He'll feed it forward for Nathan McKinnon. Cross the blue line, then stolen by the Stars. Dodonov, the handoff. Here comes Sam Steele. Taken wide right. Slows things down. Sandwiched by a couple in burgundy and blue. Dallas reclaims possession. Funnels it low. It's Dodonov looking for a centering feed. Got through everyone up to the point. Esa Lindell. He'll keep it wide, spin it back. Dodonov let it go. Tanev activating on the near boards, but it's chopped out and cleared by Lehkonen. Re-entrance for Dallas. Pavelski slowed down on the shoot-in. Jonathan Drouin over to Makar and now back for Sam Girard. Girard the outlet feed. Missed Parise. Icing waved off here as the Avalanche got to it first. Loose in the circle. Poke towards the point. Cleared out by the Stars. Wyatt Johnston. Sent back in by Colorado. Now reversed by Dallas. And it will slide out in front of the benches. A foot race for it right on the Avalanche blue line. Deflected to the center of the ice where Miro Heiskanen collects. And Heiskanen backhands it in off the corner glass. Touched at the red line. Yoel Kiviranta looked like he might be the odd forward out with Drouin's return the way morning skate went, but he's back in the absence of Val Nichushkin. Now Manson gets hit by Logan Stankoven, fresh off of his 2-goal performance in Game 3. Ross Colton banks it. Stars got back. Rope hints for Stankoven. He gets hit. Manson ran over him just inside the Colorado blue line.
Man, Logan's been belted a few times.
Stolen back. Robertson shot blocked. The rebound got away from Stankoven. Colton tosses it over, and it's cleared out by Kiviranta. He took a shoulder from Robertson. The two of them exchanged shoves as play went the other way. Stolen by Robertson, and then he lowers the boom on Lehkonen after his dumping.
Jason Robertson has turned into a power forward in these playoffs.
He has had a highlight reel through a series and a half, getting knocked down again, Lehkonen, as the Avs cross offside, and it's strap yourself in bumper hockey in the first 5 minutes.
I think Robo's really just embraced the style of game. It took him a little while last year in the playoffs to understand that you're not going to get rocked out of the series. Give as much as you take. Stankoven, though, got annihilated by Josh Manson. But the same thing happened back in the opening round against Vegas, and he just pops right back up again and continues on. He's a honey badger.
Such an impressive young man. Everything that he does in addition to tremendous goal-scoring and point-producing pedigree. Cleared around but not out by the Stars. The Avalanche looking to go to work past the reach of Rantanen. Angled out on the clearance. The Stars step in. Here's Marchment. Shot save. Georgiev. The follow-up for Duchesne. Spins left corner. Fans on his centering pass. Slipped away from Lehkonen. Marchment came loose with a step. Georgiev, the big stop early in the contest.
Boy, that puck went right through Cale Makar, who was the only guy back. 2 good stops by their netminder here in the early going. That little turnover opportunity for Robertson, and then obviously Marchment wafting in.
Brings out a little bit of a chant from the sellout crowd at Ball Arena. Attempted dump and hit an open door on the bench. Whistled down. 14-19 to play in a scoreless first.
You wonder in the building here how much the news is filtering through the spectators as to, Nichushkin's. I'm sure that's the easiest one all over social media. But the Devon Taves thing would be a bit of a shocker on their side of things. They're trying to, be the 6 man every shift, if you will, here in this building. They can get going.
Everybody knows what's at stake in this series. The Avalanche dropped game 1 against Winnipeg. Then they breezed the rest of the way with 4 consecutive victories. So it's the first time they are trailing in a series since their first playoff game of this spring. Dallas trying to make it even a larger deficit by night's end. Around for Caleb Jones. He'll send it low, Trennan. Behind the net, Andrew Cogliano. Got a wraparound on the backhand. Andre the save. That will be the first recorded shot by Colorado. It came more than 6 minutes into the game. On the left wing wall, Brandon Duhaime. Around, and Drouin is off the bench. He'll move it back to Jones at the point. Over to Jack Johnson. Wines, fires, and he fired it wide. Maybe looking for a deflection off Trennan. Dallas doesn't clear. Drouin with it. Has a cutter. And broken up on the pass to the slot. Kept in the zone momentarily. Then an errant pass clears it, and the Stars get a break.
Trying to get a defenseman down to the net, and Jack Johnson, just a tremendous defensive play by Sam Steele. Right in the slot in his own zone. He's been outstanding in these playoffs. Coming out of the 4-hole at center and killing penalties.
The boos you heard were Jamie Benn touching the puck. He has had such a strong postseason, and of course, public enemy one around here because of the hit on Taves earlier. Offside, cross the Avalanche. We will step aside with 12:50 remaining in the first period. Zeros on the board from Ball Arena in Denver. Stars out shooting the Avalanche 3-1 here in Game 4. You're listening to Stars Playoff Hockey, brought to you by PNC Bank on the Ticket.
Learn to skate and play hockey for free at Children's Health Star Centers. Kids ages 4 to 14 can join Rookies programs presented by Whataburger. Equipment is included, and participants receive a free jersey to take home. For more information, visit DallasStars.com/rookies.
You probably only think about insurance when you need it. But at Higginbotham, we have local insurance specialists from coast to coast thinking about your risk and how to cover them year-round. We start with listening and end with a custom solution that fits your needs and budget. Whether it's for your home, car, family, business, or employees, Higginbotham protects what matters most to you. Higginbotham makes insurance policies personal.
TXU Energy is changing the game with Live Your Free, the first and only plan of its kind that automatically adapts each month to give you free energy when you use it most.
What if I use the most during the day?
Enjoy free energy all day, every day.
What if I suddenly become a night owl?
Your nights are free, automatically.
What if I go weekend warrior?
Free energy all weekend, my friend.
So the savings change with me.
And you never have to change a thing. TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Free energy charges and time periods defined in Plan EFL. TDU and other bill charges apply normally. Visit TXU.com for details.
Learn to skate at your local Children's Health Star Center with the Dallas Stars Try Skating for Free program. All new skaters ages 4 to adult can receive 2 free 30-minute sessions of instruction on consecutive Saturdays. Call 214-GO-SKATE or visit DallasStars.com/StarCenters.
Dallas Stars hockey on the Ticket.
The Ticket!
7 minutes into Game 4 here at Ball Arena in Denver, Colorado, and no score. The Stars have come out and played exactly the way they did on the weekend. Outside of the penalties that got them in a little bit of trouble in the opening period, but they're deploying 4 lines. It doesn't matter who's on the other side, and they're just going after them.
They've got the puck here as they drop in from center ice. Joe Pavelski on this line with Wyatt Johnston and Jamie Benn. Fought for, edge of the trapezoid in Colorado territory. Worked out by Benn. Sharp angle Pavelski. Centering feed went behind Johnston. And then the other way, carried by Mikko Rantanen of Colorado. Lehkonen had his lane cut off. Rantanen cancels out with Heiskanen. Lehkonen gets back to it in the corner. Pavelski to the perfect position, anticipated where the puck was going, picked it off. The Stars dump in and change. 12-12 and counting left in this opening frame. No score, and it is sent all the way down by Walker. Tanev for Lindell. Cross-ice pass intercepted. Sam Girard, defenseman, carries in. Off a stick, Colton looking for a man who is cutting on the back door. They could never get it to Miles Wood, the Game 1 hero, and it's cleared again.
Again, good layered defense. That one hit the skates of Lindell and didn't go across the lower slot.
Wood fights his way through Lindell, grabs the puck right circle, a shot. Ottinger hangs on to it. It's the second recorded shot by Colorado. He holds for the whistle, 11:40 to play in the first.
Well, it's not like the Stars have peppered the guy at the other end. They have 3, and both of the chances for the Avalanche have come off the severe angle flanks, the little dribbler backhand wrap attempt by Cogliano, and then that one right into the tummy of Jake Ottinger. It looks as though the Avalanche are going to try to maybe get their defense, like not just Cale Makar, but get their defense a little more involved off the blue line in the attacking zone. Put some numbers at the Stars' very good, tidy defense.
Glove side of Ottinger, Dallas controls the faceoff. Chris Tanev moves it over to Seguin. Back-to-back game-winning goals in this series to turn a one-game deficit into a one-game lead for Dallas. It's Casey Middlestad on the right side wall. Center, Seguin intercepts between the dots, stays with it as he spins, slipped through Duchesne, out to center. Colorado touches up and dumps back in. Poked away by Heiskanen, out of the reach of Drouin, kept in. An area feed by Parise, but only white sweaters there. It's Chris Tanev. He'll hit the brakes and buy himself space as the Avs go to change.
Real quick change on defense to get Miro Heiskanen out there again. He basically plays against their top 2 lines.
Turned over by the Stars, but Dallas gets back inside their blue line. Work it over to Steele. He'll pitchfork one in. And Georgiev drops it down for his defenseman Makar, who snaps it ahead for Lehkonen. Leaves it for McKinnon. Galloping through center into Stars territory. Left wing side. And the handoff for Walker. Now Makar looking for a lane. Craig Smith did well to stay with him. Force Makar into the wrap around the wall. And then the Stars steal it. Thomas Harley, the bank pass for Smith. Cale Makar in retreat to pull away from Smith. Makar up the left side wall. Touched in by McKinnon.
Good on Smith not to get too handsy with that one-man forecheck. He did that in Dallas, a costly penalty. You're seeing an awful lot of the Stars' fourth line and the Wyatt Johnston line out there against their top line. They have last change. They can pick the matchups.
Manson banked it, turned over. Stars with a shot. Wyatt Johnston crawls back in front after bouncing off the backboards. Dallas remains on the attack. Pavelski gets ridden off the puck, goes up the left side, and taken by Duhaime. And he'll carry to center. Knocked over to the center logo. Jamie Benn hustled, feeds Johnston, has cutters. Pavelski, and put it back in front. Johnston the follow. It wouldn't go. They had Georgiev swimming. Jamie Benn, his slip pass off the wall. Now Johnston curls behind the net. Off the stick of Duhaime. Reach up and a keep by Heiskanen. Shot by Johnston. Couldn't get through. A lot of legs. Turned back over to Pavelski. Centers in a chance. Save made Georgiev. Coming right in off the bench was Robertson with that. And then a battle between Kiviranta and Lundqvist. The Avs survive and clear.
Man, that's a hard, hungry play by Kiviranta to get him out of danger in their old zone. They came oh so close, the Stars did, to squeezing one past Georgiev from different angles.
Numerous different Stars with opportunities as play goes on. The outlet feed got away from Colton. Then a check attempt from Wood. Heiskanen mostly avoided it. Battled and kept in momentarily. Then stolen back by the Stars. They tried to spring Hintz. Could not get the centering pass through traffic. Back in, it's Robertson. Knocked down by Jones. Grabbed by the Avalanche, but a penalty coming. And it's going to go against Caleb Jones. Inserted into the lineup with no Devon Taves. He took down Robertson and took the game's first penalty. 8:33 left in the first period. No score, but the Stars up a man. When we come back, it's Game 4. Dallas and Colorado on the ticket.
This spring, Texas is all about goals on the ice and savings at home as our Texas hockey team slides into the playoffs with unmatched energy and drive. Maverick Windows is here to score big with your home improvement goals. Right now, in celebration of our team making it to the playoffs, Maverick Windows is offering a spectacular deal. Upgrade your home with our top-of-the-line energy-saving windows, all while cheering on our boys to bring home the cup. And we'll send you and a friend to a home playoff game. Call 800-972-3631 or visit us online at maverickwindows.com to claim your playoff hockey tickets. Maverick Windows.
It's Matt Alsbrook, the Texas Law Dog. You can usually find me at our principal office in Arlington, Texas. But if I'm not there, rest assured you'll probably find me down at the courthouse. When the insurance companies refuse to open up their pocketbooks, believe me, I'm more than ready to open up those courtroom doors. I've handled thousands of car and truck wreck injury cases, and I'm on standby to help you with yours. Call me day or night at 817-775-5364 or at thetexaslawdog. TechHealth.com.
At InnerHealth, we know addiction and mental health challenges are best treated by healing all of you. It's why we integrate the best practices in medicine with comprehensive mental health care to create a treatment path just for you. Because there is no one-size-fits-all approach, we first focus on the root causes of why you're struggling, then we create a personalized healing plan. Let us help you find a better way. Call 800-388-4601 or visit interhealth.com.
Stars hockey on the ticket.
The Ticket.
8.5 minutes to go in the opening period here at Ball Arena in Denver, and the Stars heading to the power play in a scoreless Game 4. Stars haven't really needed their power play for road success in this year's playoffs. They're 1 for 7. Their record on the road is 3-1. There you go. Penalty killing was the side of special teams they leaned on here on Saturday night, and it would be in their best interest to make something happen, I would think, if they get opportunities on this side of it tonight.
Tripping the call against Caleb Jones at 11:27. The Stars are 3 for 10 in the series. That's just about where they are for the postseason overall, 29.2%. They control off the draw immediately. Hits a tip. Save Georgiev. Ben turns. Save again. Georgiev. The rebound sent just wide. Ben gets it back in the trapezoid. Over to Robertson. Top of the zone now, Miro Heiskanen. Back to Robertson. Right circle. Shot, and it's gloved. Georgiev standing, hangs on. He's made some 10-bell saves and has needed to early on in the game.
I watched Alexander Georgiev this morning intently, and he's got remarkable reflexes. I mean, blink quick. And he used it with the left hand there on the Stars' best sniper. That was wired from about 15 feet away inside the top of the circle. Labeled for the top corner short side and snared beautifully and semi-theatrically by their goaltender. The Stars got exactly what they wanted off that face-off win to begin it. A tip, a scramble at the net.
They win another draw. Go to work looking for the same with different results. Robertson, top of the zone. Heiskanen, shot got through. Past a couple of Star sticks to Robertson on the right wall. Across for Hintz. Heiskanen, one-timer, goes wide. Settles in the trapezoid on the rebound. Pavelski, 2 attempts to get it to Hintz. He did. Now Heiskanen. Laterally across the blue line, off his stick, hustled by Hintz, but blocked out by Walker to neutral ice. Dallas has to reset. Still over a minute left on the power play. They spring in Hintz, leaves it for Pavelski, was in his skates and unable to take, and it's cleared.
Man, Rope in full flight had them scrambling off of their bench. They tried to get 3 fresh penalty killers on and just about got caught.
Dallas completing a personnel change, second unit out there. Duchesne, his pass attempt for Marchment. Now it's across for Seguin. Seguin in, shot save, Georgiev. Rebound not cleared. Thomas Harley holds in at the blue line. Over for Duchesne. What chances and shots on this power play. Stars remain in the attack zone with 32 seconds left on the man advantage. Left wing side, Duchesne goes low quickly off of Marchment and goes through the crease and wide. Dallas hustling after it. Duchesne gathers it, gets it back from Marchment. They play catch once again. Matt Duchesne, outer of the right circle. Looking at options, goes off his stick. Marchment delivers it back to the former Av. Now it's Marchment. Duchesne once again. Matt Duchesne across off his stick. Seguin tying up his man Kiviranta. Stick on stick, and it slides to center.
That should have been a penalty on Kiviranta. He had a hold of Tyler.
Johnston is in, and he shoots it wide. Power play time is done. Dallas, though, still in the offensive zone. 5-on-5. They've opened up a huge shots on goal advantage now. A lot of that on that man advantage. They keep it the blue line. Essa Lindell bounces into the slot, kicked along by Sam Girard. Caleb Jones, recently released from the penalty box, gains center and dumps it in. No score, 6:03 and counting left in the first. In comes Craig Smith for the Stars, unable to dance his way past McCarr, cleared out by Colorado. Shots so far in the game, 9-2 favoring Dallas. They're 0 for 1 on the power play, had some tremendous looks. Smith slides it up to the left point. Shot by Suter. Now to Smith, and he fed it from a tight angle underneath Georgiev through his legs, but through the crease and out wide the other side. Chris Tanev, the slow circle in the Dallas zone. Accelerates forward. His pass up ahead, worked over to Stankoven. He gets checked along the wall, taken by Colorado. Drouin is back, wide right, working against Lundqvist, who blocked the shot. The Stars clear. Stankoven takes a check and a couple of extra from the veteran Jack Johnson.
Oh, there's no doubt they've marked Stankoven, the rookie. It's like test him a little bit with physicality.
In the corner, Stankoven lays a check on Johnson. And back the other way comes Colorado. Zach Parise angled over the blue line. Tail end of his shift, he'll just dump it in deep. Played around by the Stars, not out of the zone. Kept by Middlestat, then bounced away to the line. Girard, he got knocked down, spun down, and a penalty coming. Hooking call against the Stars.
Should have been both. Should have been an embellishment.
Only Logan Stankoven goes off. Colorado goes to the power play. When we come back, 4:42 left in the first. Stars 0, Avalanche 0. You're listening to Stars Playoff Hockey, brought to you by PNC Bank on the Ticket.
Right now at 7-Eleven, get a Big Bite hot dog and a large Big Gulp drink for only $3. It's the kind of big meal that'll make you feel like a big deal. A big shot, a BIP. That's big important person. You could be top dog with a hot dog, a big wig with a big gulp. Stop by 7-Eleven and grab a big meal deal for only $3 with 7 rewards. But don't get a big head. Valid through 1/7/25. 7-Eleven has the right to end this promotion early. All rights reserved. Plus tax. Participating U.S. stores only. See app for full terms.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, Adidas, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
The Stars on the Ticket.
The Ticket!
There was a lot of talk between games about the Stars' adjustments to the Avalanche power play after they went 2 for 2 in Game 1. And it's pretty obvious they wanted to be hyper-aggressive up top on Cale Makar in particular. He's the fulcrum. And watching the Avalanche go through their power play sets this morning, it looked as though they wanted to use the middle of the ice, that bumper position, more than maybe they have previously.
Their first look of Game 4 here after Stankoven off. 2 minutes for hooking at 15:18 of the first period. Cleared all the way down by the Stars. Shorthanded, they take it away. Johnston for steal. Shoot, save. Johnston, another save. Rebound, score! Shorthanded goal. Wyatt Johnston, 3 different whacks at it. And down a man, the Stars go up a goal to take the lead.
It's the Stars' second shorthanded goal of this series already, and just pure determination out of the kid. You know, they close in. Sam Steele, who's killing with him, had the initial shot on net, a pudgy rebound, a couple of bludgeoning whacks at it by Wyatt Johnston, and a stunning 1-0 lead on the Avalanche.
Johnston with his team leading 6th goal and 9th point of this postseason. The 9 points, Ty Heiskanen for the team lead as well. He will turn 21 tomorrow. All the jokes about not being able to buy a drink, they're going out the window. But the goals, the productions, they are not. He is something else.
Well, and he was the guy who put the original pressure on Cale Makar. Self-inflicted error by them.
So the Avs bring back in, stolen away by Ben, cleared down. It's the 4th time in as many games this series that Dallas strikes first. They steal it away from Makar. Almost move it to Ben.
He looks lost without Taves right now, and their D in general are a mess because of the loss of one of their top D-men.
Cleared all the way down by Dallas. The Stars, you can hear boos start to rain down from the crowd at Ball Arena. The shots are 12-2. The goals are 1-0. Both favor the Stars. Colorado brings it across the line, taken and cleared by Dallas once again. The power play has just been able to do nothing for the Avs.
Well, maybe the adjustment is to just kill it all the way up the 180 feet away from your own goal, because that's what they're doing.
Duchesne goes back for Heiskanen. Another clearance. The Stars come in. Seguin, right side, his shot, and he just missed the net. Out of the box, Logan Stankoven. What a kill for Dallas. Here's Duchesne. His shot blocked up high off the glass.
And you could see the Avalanche struggling to get their changes in.
Saved by Georgiev on Seguin. It looks like anything Dallas wants to do right now, they are doing at will. Jack Johnson dumps it in. 5-on-5 hockey. Both teams are 0 for 1 on the power play, but the Stars are 1 for 1 shorthanded. Their second shorthanded goal of the playoffs, both in this series. Hand pass against Colorado brings the latest stoppage. 2:11 left in what has been a dominating first for the Stars.
Yeah, and it's pretty obvious here watching the opening period. It's really the polar opposite of what you would have anticipated tonight, where you're like, okay, Jake Ottinger's got to keep this thing close in the first period. They're gonna come with everything they have, but with what's gone on and a couple of extremely important players pulled out of their lineup, they look like they are wearing that mentally, and their decor in particular. And you know, your defense is your gas tank to your overall ability to race up the ice. They've got a lot of speed, but they can't get the hose into the tank right now back there, and they've been a mess. The Stars have played on their toes and aggressive and smart. It's been a shellacking here. If there's a 1-0 shellacking, this is a 1-0 shellacking here in the first period.
Offside quickly against Colorado, so we'll do it again with a face-off at neutral ice. Yeah, if not for Georgiev and his brilliance, this could be a much more lopsided scoreline. The goal, Wyatt Johnston, 6th of the postseason, shorthanded from Sam Steele at 15:37 of the first period. It's the only goal so far. Dallas had 12 shorthanded goals in the regular season, second in the league. That's their second in 11 games this postseason. Avs on the attack. Mancy gets knocked down by Robertson again, was trying to spring Stankoven. Got to him, but off a deflection, slowed everything down.
So impressed by Jason. You know, he's had 2 great scoring chances to go along with the, physicality. He's got an edge to his game.
Tanev, defensive zone for the Stars, boxes out Lehkonen, and then Stankoven knocks down Rantanen on the wall. Walker keeps it in from the point, got it low, out in front, Lehkonen, and a save by Odger, an in-tight backhand. Avalanche remain on the attack. It is Walker, high slot, shot it wide. Makar activates. It's up near the blue line. McKinnon with it, spins away from pressure. Back for Walker, out to challenge and block was Hintz. Little slow getting up after that stung him. It was never cleared. Avalanche in control. Walker behind the net. Rantanen. Lehkonen between the circles. Intended for him, but knocked away by the sticks of the Stars. Closing minute of the first period. Pressure here for Colorado. 1-0 Dallas leads. Up high for Makar. Wrist shot hit bodies. The Stars will pick it up and clear Jason Robertson. It is perfect touch. Not enough for icing. So play continues on. Makar out in front of the benches. Picked off by Dallas. Here's Jamie Benn working against Girard. Spins onto the forehand. Benn with options. Benn put it off of Johnston. Now Thomas Harley. Turnaround shot. Save. Georgiev. Rebound. Another save. Georgiev got the point blank put back from Johnston and holds with 22.3 left in the first.
This might be the worst period of hockey I've ever seen Cale Makar play. He is a disaster. Hangs his head on his slow skate and coast back to their bench. Whether he's hurting or not, he's had all kinds of problems in this opening period with what he does best, that's handle the puck. And the Stars have played fantastic here in the first period.
Makar has played an Avalanche high 8:16 so far of this first. It has 22 seconds left in it. Dallas wins the faceoff. They've dominated the dots, just about everything else, too, in the first. Shot goes wide from Heiskanen. In the left wing corner, Trennan got it up for Middlestat. 10 seconds to go. He'll pitchfork it to center. nudged neutral ice. Girard rocked on the check from Pavelski. Ahead for Ben. 2 seconds left. Ben to the forehand and then gets knocked down. A penalty coming.
Manson is trying to really give it to Ben, who pulled it to the forehand trying to score and chipped a little paint off of Georgiev on his way through, and Manson rode him right to the end boards. They have history. I'm not sure what the original call was going to be out of it. Kelly Sutherland, the referee, is just sending people to their respective benches and ultimately their rooms, and we'll get the actual call out of this thing, I would hope, before we head to intermission.
He was pointing at, it looked like guys from both teams, but yeah, no time left on the clock. Ben didn't have a lot of time, still got that chance away. As we wait for these official calls, Razor, it was all a storyline-filled lead up to this game, and then once the puck dropped, Dallas was as dominant as you could possibly be.
They're not going to announce the calls. They're just going to skate off the ice, so we'll stay in mystery here as to exactly whether one side's going to get a power play out of this coming off of the first intermission. Look, when you're a team, from the Stars' perspective, where Rope Hintz is blocking shots and Jason Robertson is knocking people on their arses, you're going to be a tough team to beat. And your most significant offensive players are your youngest players. And Wyatt Johnston scores another goal. He was incredible in that opening period. All over the ice, full of celerity. The competitive nature of him on display on that goal that he scored. And there's no question the Avalanche are reeling from the news of the day, and they played that way in the first period, especially in their D-core. They were an absolute mess deep in their own zone. They didn't cover people in front of the net. They didn't eliminate anybody. It was basically a welcome mat for the Stars and everybody on the Stars, every line, to do whatever they wanted. Mission accomplished through one period. It's only 1-0. It feels like it's 5-0. Right now, the Stars only surrendered a couple of really harmless. I think they actually had 3 shots. They haven't put up that Lehkonen drive to the net, and a great save by Jake Ottinger with the left pad when he was trying to fish a little bit with it. So they will adjust. It's the most incredible thing that they do after periods. But the Stars in complete control through 20 minutes here. Domination with a capital D. And we'll see whether the Avalanche can get their heads back together again. But they look like they are a defeated group right now mentally.
Yeah, Dallas with a 1-0 lead. The penalties that they announced at the 20-minute mark are roughing against Manson and goaltender interference against Jamie Benn. We'll see if they add anything to that.
I don't think they will.
I don't think they will either.
I don't agree with the goalie interference part of it because, and we talked about this at the beginning of the game.
What is it?
What do you want the player to do when he's trying to score? Like, there's going to be some contact. It shouldn't be goalie. If he just puts it in there and crosses his arm and steamrolls the goaltender, then throw the book at him. But when they're trying to score, it's not a penalty, and there's no question that Manson did the right thing. You protect goaltenders like they're royalty, and rode him in there, and it'll be, I guess, a little 4-on-4 to begin the second period. What an absolute fanny whooping that was for 20 minutes.
The Stars dominated every facet of it. Ironically, the only goal came when they were in a 4-on-5 situation. The shorthanded goal from Wyatt Johnston, his 6th of the postseason, from Sam Steele at 15:37. 1-0 Stars. For the time being, the shots are 14-2 Dallas, and somehow it feels like it was even more lopsided than that. Fans, anyone can learn to play hockey by participating in the Dallas Stars Rookies Program, presented by Whataburger. All equipment is provided. No experience is necessary for this free 5-week program. Sign up today at dallasstars.com/rookies. Owen Newkirk, Bruce Levine, have your Kia First Intermission report. Comes your way after this. After a dominating first period by the Stars, they've got the 1-0 lead to show for it. This is Stars hockey and the Stanley Cup playoffs on the ticket.
At InterHealth, we know addiction and mental health challenges are best treated by healing all of you. It's why we integrate the best practices in medicine with comprehensive mental health care to create a treatment path just for you. Because there is no one-size-fits-all approach, we first focus on the root causes of why you're struggling. Then we create a personalized healing plan. Let us help you find a better way. Call 800-388-4601 or visit enterhealth.com.
At Progressive, we know how much you love your recreational vehicles, so we decided to record this commercial in an RV.
With a family on vacation.
Mom, who are these people?
Oh, that's Flo and Jamie. They're recording a commercial, sweetie.
Don't they do that in the studio?
Normally.
No.
But we wanted to feature a family who bundled their home and RV and saved with Progressive.
Yeah, it looks like you're all out of chips.
Okay, I think we'll just drop you off at the next gas station.
Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
With T-Mobile, you can get tons of benefits and still save. Because nobody likes having to choose. It's like getting romance and sci-fi.
I love you. Also, I'm a robot.
At T-Mobile, you can get the benefits you want and still save on every plan versus AT&T and Verizon. See how with our savings calculator at T-Mobile.com/switch. Plus, switch and keep your phone. We'll pay it off up to $800.
Via virtual prepaid card in 15 days. Qualifying unlocked device, credit, service, and timely redemption required. Card has no cash access and expires in 6 months. See T-Mobile.com.
AP1s, it's the Musers here. When it comes to golf, it doesn't get any better than the Charles Schwab Challenge at legendary Colonial in Fort Worth.
Be a part of Colonial history when the magnificent course renovation and rebuild by Gil Hance is revealed for the first time.
It all happens Memorial Day weekend. Elite PGA Tour stars are Fort Worth bound.
Golf action, the most famous social scene, and Colonial's traditions. It's all here at the Charles Schwab Challenge.
Tickets at charlesschwabchallenge.com.
We'll see you at Colonial.
Donovan here to tell you the Power Play starts at Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is the place to watch hockey while enjoying made-from-scratch food and ice-cold 29-degree draft beer served by the best-in-class Twin Peaks girls. Twin Peaks has a menu made for MVPs. I start with the Chipotle queso and chips, and I am a fan of the Billionaire's Bacon Burger, paired with the drop-dead redhead draft beer served at 29 degrees. When the puck drops, if you don't have seats on the glass, get to Twin Peaks to watch hockey. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
It's time to treat your home and your feet to new carpet. The Home Depot has an offer for you. For a limited time, you can get 10% off select Home Decorators Collection carpet, and installation by licensed providers is included. Offer valid May 9th through May 26, 2024. Receive 10% off select Home Decorators Collection special order carpet and installation. Installation included with qualifying purchase. Exclusions apply. For licenses, see homedepot.com/license numbers.
Okay, raise your hand if you want to make your life a little bit easier. Great. Now raise your other hand if you like to be comfortable. Perfect. Now that you have both hands raised, imagine putting on your shoes. And that, folks, right there is your answer to an easier, more comfortable life. Go hands-free with Skechers Slip-ins. This is footwear you don't need your hands to put on. They can be raised in the air, and you can just step it and go. Why don't you experience what people can't stop talking about? Life-changing Skechers Slip-ins. Get your Slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
Motley Crue in concert Saturday, August 17th, Lucas Oil Live and WinStar World Casino and Resort. Motley Crue returns. Tickets on sale now at WinStar.com. Saturday, August 17th, one night only. Don't miss Motley Crue.
Your Dallas Stars on your favorite radio station. Sports Radio, 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
Welcome, everybody, to the Dallas Stars first intermission report, brought to you by your local Kia dealer. Visit Kia.com to discover movement that inspires. After 20 minutes of play in Denver in Game 4 at Ball Arena, it's the Stars 1 and the Avs nothing. And Bruce, we'll get to the game recap and highlights brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts in just a second. It looked like the Colorado Avalanche were shell-shocked in that first period.
You know, I expected Colorado to come out as a desperate hockey team and buzz and go hard to the net. This looks like a team that's absolutely stunned. They came onto the ice. They looked stunned. They played stunned. I'm not going to call it flat. I think mentally they had an anvil dropped on them right before game time, and it looked like it. Now, the fact that Alexander Georgiev played like Ken Dryden,
he was the only
Patrick
one that
Waugh,
looked good out there.
Yeah, he looked like he wanted to keep this series going, and he was outstanding. Dallas should be up by multiple goals, but Colorado looked like a stunned hockey team. I expect a pushback. I really do. But that was an awful period for Colorado and an absolutely great period by their goaltender, or Dallas would be running away with this.
Grade A chances for Jason Robertson, open at the right circle. Georgiev with the first big one. Then Mason Marchment gets behind the D on the rush. Another good save, this time by Georgiev from the left circle shot. They didn't even have a shot on goal, and Dallas already had 2 grade A's. Then they would get more on the game's first power play. Pavelski with a tip play in the slot. Jamie Benn had a great rebound chance right at the top of the crease. Then after Robertson had a wrister from the right circle, the other grade A on the power play, Tyler Seguin wide open. Georgiev, Bruce, another big save. He's the only reason this wasn't 4-0 after one.
Yeah, he was fantastic in that period. On the other hand, if we're looking from the Dallas Stars' point of view, they jumped out. They jumped, they pressured, they got possession, they went to the net, they recycled. Pavelski had a great chance. Wyatt Johnson, the best Dallas Stars player on the ice in that first period. But as a whole, the gap, I say Johnson was the best player on the ice, the gap between Johnston and everybody else wasn't cavernous like it was between Georgiev and everyone else wearing a purple and blue and white and red sweater tonight. Georgiev was great. I thought Johnston that first period was otherworldly.
Great power play, yet it didn't work out well because they didn't score, even though they had great chances. Then Colorado gets a power play, and it went even worse for the Avs.
Johnston for steal, shoot, save, Johnston another save, rebound, score! Short-handed goal, Wyatt Johnston, 3 different whacks at it. And down a man, the Stars go up a goal to take the lead.
Wyatt Johnson with his team-leading 6th goal of the postseason, assisted by Sam Steele at 15:37, a shorthanded goal, and Dallas has a 1-0 lead.
And this was fantastic that Johnston started the play and finished the play. He makes the check. He sweep checks the puck, steals it from Colorado in their own zone. We talked in the pregame how the Dallas Stars are being more aggressive with their penalty kill. Well, this extends to the Colorado end. Johnson makes the steal, gets the puck, back to Sam Steele. Johnson goes to the net, collides a bit with a Avalanche defender. Steele gets the shot on net, and Wyatt Johnson, the first man in front, 3 for $1. Whack 1, whack 2. On the third whack, it goes in. Dallas takes a 1-0 lead, and Colorado still has yet to skate in the series at any point in time in front of the Stars. Pretty impressive the way Dallas is taking the lead and keeping the lead.
Stars with a 1-0 advantage after one. We'll do a quick scoreboard, and second period action is up next here on The Ticket.
Learn to skate and play hockey for free at Children's Health Star Centers. Kids ages 4 to 14 can join Rookies programs presented by Whataburger. Equipment is included, and participants receive a free jersey to take home. For more information, visit DallasStars.com/rookies.
You probably only think about insurance when you need it, but at Higginbotham, we have local insurance specialists from coast to coast thinking about your risk and how to cover them year-round. We start with listening and end with a custom solution that fits your needs and budget. Whether it's for your home, car, family, business, or employees, Higginbotham protects what matters most to you. Higginbotham makes insurance policies personal.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year, 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
After you catch all the Dallas Stars action, get in on some of your own at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. Put in a shift at the tables and discover hundreds of ways to grab a W. Go on a hot streak and score big from the slots. Then, cool off with a cocktail from one of our exquisite bars and lounges. It's time to discover your new winning tradition at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, where the players play.
Children's Health is the official pediatric home of Dallas Stars fans. Every day, Children's Health is pushing the boundaries of what incredible care for children looks like. From groundbreaking research to technological innovations, Children's Health is constantly discovering the cutting-edge treatments that lead to greater outcomes. From their relentless care teams to their commitment to every family, Children's Health will stop at nothing to give kids the care they need for the future they deserve. Visit childrens.com to learn more.
Thanks for calling Toyota. This is Jan.
Hi, Jan. I just adopted a new best friend, and I'm looking for a Toyota so we can make the most out of summer.
With a new RAV4, you can take your pup for a drive up the coast. You can take a Prius to the park for some tug-of-war. Or you can take a Tundra to kayak at a remote lake.
One problem, Jan.
Oh?
My new best friend's a cat.
Your summer starts here, but it all ends June 3rd. Toyota, let's go places. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
Visit DallasStars.com every day for highlights of big saves, slick goals, and big hits. And to sign up for the weekly e-newsletter, Dallas Stars Insider. DallasStars.com is your one-stop shop for great Stars content and verified Stars tickets. Visit today.
All around in North Texas, I'm cruising in my car. Tiny sticker makes it quicker. If you see me dancing in my car, that's how good toll tax savings are. I love how much it saves me, makes me feel like a genius, baby. And when my hands are tended to, my body starts to move. If you see me dancing in my car. Small sticker, big savings at getmytolltag.com.
Hey, Stars fans, come out and visit your local Children's Health Stars Center, the best place to find ice time in the Metroplex. It's never too late to learn how to play with our Adult and Little Rookies program presented by Whataburger. These 5-week programs are sure to grow your love for the game of hockey. From public skating to our camps and clinics, there's something for everyone at your local Children's Health Star Center. Come see for yourself and enjoy everything we have to offer. Visit DallasStars.com/StarCenters for more information.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year, 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Hey, Stars fans, this is Jason Robertson.
Trying to chase is Robertson. He'll catch up, have to turn off the right wing. Robertson, he scores! Jason Robertson does it again!
Get your daily Stars fix by following the Dallas Stars on X, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. It's the best place for team news, behind-the-scenes content, and epic moments you won't want to miss. One state, one team, Texas hockey.
This is the Dallas Stars Hockey Intermission Report, brought to you by Kia on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket.
Dallas Stars first intermission report brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. Dallas leading 1-0 over the Avalanche after one period in Game 4. And now for our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Higginbotham Insurance. Here's Bruce.
They're ready to party in Madison Square Garden as the Rangers led 1-0 at the end of one period of play. But then Jordan Stahl, Evgeny Kuznetsov, Jordan Martinook, and Marty Natchez with an empty net goal. 4 straight for the Hurricane. They win 4-1 and send the series back to Raleigh at 3-2.
All right, send it back to Josh and Razor in Denver for period number 2. Guys?
Thanks very much, Owen. 1-0. Stars have the lead. The shots on goal after the audit at the intermission break, 15-2 in favor of Dallas. It sometimes doesn't tell the story. It absolutely told the story of that first period. Georgiev was brilliant, but everything went Dallas's way. They were outstanding. The Avalanche were not.
In particular, Wyatt Johnston was outstanding in that opening period. He has the Stars goal, a shorty. Scored shorthanded in the regular season, scored on the power play, scored 4-on-4, scored in every manner. He is a world-class center iceman. You think about the fact that they have Rope Hintz and Matt Duchene, 2 world-class veterans ahead of him on paper. I think in reality he's their number 1 guy down the middle. He's the 8th player in NHL history to hit double digits in goal scoring before he turns 21. 8.
Incredible. Got it in just under the wire. 21 comes in a few hours. Celebrates his birthday tomorrow. Hoping to celebrate a big Game 4 with 40 minutes remaining in it. He'll be out there to take the draw opposite McKinnon. 4-on-4 because of the goaltender interference call against Ben, the subsequent roughing minor against Manson that all came at the horn at the end of the first period. Team switch directions, the long change. The only goal came in a unique skating situation when Dallas was shorthanded. Wyatt Johnston with his 6th of this postseason. Cale Makar unable to walk and turn the corner on Heiskanen. He'll poke it out for Robertson. He's got Johnston, who has Harley to his right. Wyatt Johnston across the Colorado line. Shot, and Georgiev makes the save, sends it up and out of play 32 seconds into the second period.
That is Wyatt's 7th shot attempt of the game already here tonight. Remember the game? I mean, he just destroyed the Golden Knights almost by himself in the first game in that building. Scored 2 goals, including the overtime winner. I mean, he's outplaying McKinnon. McKinnon looks lost as much as Makar does. He doesn't have a shot on goal in the game. He was 1 for 4 on faceoffs in the first period.
Avalanche win the defensive zone draw. Colorado, the best home team in the league. 31-9-1 in the regular season. 63 points, about a 770 points percentage. They bring it in. Girard with a shot, and that one wristed off the glass. The 2 shots on goal that they had in the first period, the fewest that they've had in any period at any point this season here at Ball Arena.
I don't think they've dealt with what they had to deal with, though, off the ice today and any of those previous ones, and it has affected them. We'll see whether they can shake it or not as the game moves along.
If you're just joining us, the news just before the start of this one, Val Nichushkin unavailable along with Devon Taves, their number 2 defenseman. Surprises from what we saw at morning skate. Dallas Sam Steele will bring it out through center ice. Take the Colorado blue line. Skate wide right. Half a minute to go and 4-on-4. Miro Heiskanen cuts at the outer hash marks. Upstairs, Robertson with a shot. Standing up, making the save, Georgiev.
Robertson led everybody with 4 hits in the first period. Tells you what the Stars have going on right now.
A couple of thunderous ones as well. Here's McKinnon over to the left. There's space. Walker shot, and he missed the net. Up over the bar and off the glass. It slides to center.
I think Jake Ottinger, when he's really on, forces shots like that. They don't see any net. Just a lot of him.
4-on-4 becomes 5-on-5. Ben and Manson are freed. Walker gets knocked down by the Stars captain, who takes it at center. Poked ahead out of the reach of Pavelski. Sam Girard, Colorado defenseman, continues to twist his way free from the Dallas forecheck. Rantanen, the pass at center. Here's Wood. Shot absorbed by Ottinger out past the corner of the crease, took in the midsection and hangs on. 17:34 left in period 2.
A little more pep from their side coming out of the 4-on-4 situation. And, you know, for my money, the games here especially, most of their opportunities have been like that. No matter who has the puck, just, you know, skating in, very simplistic. Jake Ottinger's going to eat a lot of those up. Not a lot of lateral mobility needed.
Face-off in the Star zone is controlled by Dallas. Dadonov pokes it across the blue line. Kiviranta dumps back in while the Avalanche touch up. First to it is Ross Colton. He gets shouldered off by Suter. Keeps the puck moving. Kiviranta banked to the blue line. Girard, his shot goes wide. Sailed it off the boards. Then back in on Ottinger. Makes the pad save from Manson's attempt at the point. Off of Girard, a race for it in the Colorado third. Dadonov bounces off the wall, retains possession. A handoff for Mason Marchment. Overlap now on the right wing side. Niels Lundqvist shouldered off by Kiviranta. The Avalanche still hunted on the forecheck by Steele. Nearly coughed up by Manson. Played around by Colorado. They got it bouncing at their blue line. Colton off the sidewall, but there's a penalty, or they whistled down.
Yeah, Smith.
He's not gotten up yet. He's on his knees and just now gets upright and slowly starts to make his way under his own power across to his bench.
It happened right along the near side boards. At first, you always worry about skate cuts. He just toe picked himself. He got his left leg, his left toe into a little crevice in the ice, and buried his head in his gloves immediately, and that is the universal sign of something went awry, and he's in a lot of pain, man. Good on the officials to blow it down. He barely got himself back up on his rail. and across to the Stars bench.
So on we go, 5-on-5. No penalties, nothing on the play, just the player's safety, the reason for the stoppage. And the Avalanche will send out of their zone, not cleanly. Jakob Trenin with it. Move it to the right, Cale Makar. Cross the blue line, pass to the left, back in front. Trenin got a piece, but deflected it to the corner.
That's back-to-back rush opportunities for them.
Already, the Avs have looked more dangerous in these opening 4 minutes of the second than any time in the first. But now it's the Stars on the attack. It's going to be another penalty on Caleb Jones. He hooked onto the hands of Logan Stankoven. And the Avs defenseman who was inserted into the lineup has now taken 2 minors in the game that's 24 minutes old.
Yeah, it's a tough deal for any player to jump into the playoffs mid-series when they haven't played for a while. It's like being on a bicycle trying to get on the interstate on one of those on-ramps. Everything's moving extremely fast. The intensity is at its highest level, and he got on the outside. He got his stick. It was one-handed in there, but it was in on the gloves of Logan, who has that great driving speed, and drew it that way. So see if the Stars can do anything with this one. They did everything but score on their opening power play of the night back in the first.
Hooking at 3:59 against Caleb Jones. Stars win the draw. Miro Heiskanen up at the line, feeds it to the right. Now over to Pavelski and comes out to neutral ice. We talked about the Avs personnel and all the situations involving them. The Stars are starting to deal with something as well as the puck is up and out of play. Craig Smith banged up, left the bench. Rope Hintz is not on the bench. Remember, he blocked that shot back in the first. So Dallas is down 2 forwards for the time being with no Hintz. Johnston up on this top power play unit.
The amazing thing with the Avalanche penalty kill, Trenin takes their faceoffs. He's a lefty. The Stars pick the bend side and dominate. He hasn't won a faceoff in the game. He's 0-8 on their penalty kill.
Stars control the faceoff. They go to work again on the right wing. In front, Robertson stays with it. Bottom of the dot. Sharp angle shot. Skipped around. Kept in the zone by Heiskanen. Pavelski to Robertson. Top of the zone, Heiskanen. To the left side, Johnston shot it from a tight angle. Georgiev got over to make the save. Stars remain on the attack. Here's Heiskanen. One-timer blocked wide. Goes to Pavelski. Right side, Robertson. Angled pass got out of the reach of Heiskanen. Dallas has to reset.
Their penalty killing has been interesting. It's like the old days when Patrick Waugh was in net. They just give the Stars the outside, pack it in interior.
Stars are back in the Colorado third. They spread out the 5-man power play unit. Johnston, quick handoff. Left wing side, Joe Pavelski. Johnston in front. And Mason Marchment was there, tripped up. Gerard went down 2. Play continues on. Give and go. Comes over to Heiskanen in right circle. Back across and sniffing it out. Breaking up the pass was Manson, the intended receiver, Johnston. Not cleared, though, by Colorado. Stars with 35 left on the man advantage. A 1-0 lead here early in the second period of Game 4. Stars, Johnston, left wing circle. And a backhand by Pavelski. That one was thwarted wide. Kept in by Dallas. Jason Robertson. Lehkonen doesn't have a stick. Robertson inches forward. Now over to Heiskanen. Robertson pass across. Johnston. He scores! Gorgeous movement by the Stars. Used the entirety of the zone. And Wyatt Johnston has his second of the game. He's gone shorthanded. He goes power play. And the Stars go up 2-0.
Well, Gerard, the defenseman, broke his stick over Mason Marchment in front of the net. And then the interchange was Lehkonen, the forward, gave him his stick. And the Stars intelligently went to work on that side of the ice. You know, he can't get a stick into that passing lane. The Stars have dictated whatever they've wanted on the power play against them. And it's against the grain. One-timer off the body. Wyatt Johnston is a special player, and he's a special teams god tonight with a shorthanded goal and a power play goal, and has staked the Stars to a 2-0 lead 6 minutes into the second period, and they're out shooting the Avalanche 22-4.
Puck into the Colorado zone, whistled down, and 14:08 left in the second period. What a game by Johnston. What a game by the Stars. And they've got Colorado on the ropes in Game 4 and potentially in the series.
That is such a tamped-down goal, though, because they were starting to get a little giddy up in their game. They had back-to-back rushes up the ice and shots on Jake Ottinger, and then they take the penalty, and the Stars go to work and cook. Man, did they cook.
Avalanche back in their zone. Again, still a long time to go in this hockey game. Avalanche showed in games 1 and 2 how they can come back. They're certainly stunned for a variety of reasons. But the Stars just hoping to continue on, pedal down as they play it in. Georgiev sends it around. Georgiev has already made 20 saves in the game. There's just under 14 minutes left in the second period. Esa Lindell back to grab, had the position on Rantanen, skates away with the puck, free from the forecheck pressure. Glove down at center by Walker. Then Rantanen, the chip in. Tanev first to it. Bumps it around for Lindell. He gets checked by Parise. Stars are in, but they're in offside. Seguin was trying to set up Stankoven. 13:20 left in the second period. The Wyatt Johnston pre-birthday tour rolls on. His 6th goal came shorthanded back in the first, his 7th of this postseason here in the second on the power play. 2-0. Stars have the lead over the Avalanche. You're listening to Stars Playoff Hockey, brought to you by PNC Bank on the Ticket.
Hey, it's Tyler Seguin.
Across, in front, loose puck, Seguin scored!
Did you know there's a digital home for Texas hockey? Download the official Dallas Stars app, powered by AT&T, to access and easily manage your tickets. Plus, receive access to exclusive in-app contests, streaming, and so much more. Download it now on the App Store and Google Play Store by searching Dallas Stars. The official Dallas Stars app is the only way to manage your Stars tickets.
After you catch all the Dallas Stars action, get in on some of your own at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. Put in a shift at the tables and discover hundreds of ways to grab a W. Go on a hot streak and score big from the slots. Then, cool off with a cocktail from one of our exquisite bars and lounges. It's time to discover your new winning tradition at Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, where the players play.
Right now at 7-Eleven, get a Big Bite hot dog and a large Big Gulp drink for only $3. It's the kind of big meal that'll make you feel like a big deal. A big shot, a BIP. That's big important person. You could be top dog with a hot dog, a big wig with a Big Gulp. Stop by 7-Eleven and grab a big meal deal for only $3 with 7 rewards. But don't get a big head.
Valid through 1/7/25. 7-Eleven has the right to end this promotion early. All rights reserved. Plus tax. Participating U.S. stores only. See app for full terms.
This is Dallas Stars Hockey on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310.
The Ticket! 7 minutes into the second period here at Ball Arena. Special teams have told a big story again tonight. Stars are up 2-0 on power play and shorthanded goals from Wyatt Johnston.
Avalanche win this face-off in the Star zone. Makar tried to go in front, came right back to him off the intercept. Makar spinning off the check from Suter, back behind the Dallas net. He's in the right corner. Too many Stars there, too much pressure. Suter, he gets pressured as well by the attack from Colorado. It's jammed up in the corner boards. Fought for as the referee urges them to keep it moving. Up the near side wall. One-handed by Steele. Stankoven there as well. Dallas didn't initially clear. Now they will. Stankoven picks it up, races in. He drops off. Sam Steele left circle. Back across. Missed the mark on the feed for Seguin. Stankoven in front of the net as the shot by Steele goes wide. Stankoven keeps it going for Seguin. Off of him for Esa Lindell. Miro Heiskanen on the right wing. Shovels on the backhand. The Avalanche have it and have an exit valve. But an errant outlet feed by Colorado, not in sync. It's icing against them. They won't be able to change, and they've got some guys who have been out there, all 5 of them, over a minute.
This is self-inflicted, though. Ross Colton overskated that original puck. They got in danger in their own zone, and then Kiviranta with the icing here. Guys hunched over trying to get some air back in their lungs. And the Stars, who've had to adjust their lines a little bit here because of the injuries in the second period, try to get that third goal here.
Craig Smith has made his way back to the bench. Rope hints upper body injury. The report is questionable to return. Face off to the stick side of Georgiev. 12:16 left in the second period. Dallas controls it. Play it to Harley at the blue line. Skates wide to Kiviranta. Backhand. And deflected to the corner.
Sounded like it went off the skinny part of Georgiev's stick.
Wraparound chance from Dodonov. Unable to put it on net. Stars keep it in. They've got some tired Avalanche here in the second period. Missed handoff. Harley gets it right back left point. Slid across to Miro Heiskanen. He will send it on the corner. Down for Dodonov. Right wing side. Duchesne, Harley, Heiskanen. Switch of directions with Harley. And the net looks like it's off its pegs. Marchment was in the crease, and it takes a little bit of a late shove following the whistle. The Stars had the Avs on the ropes, and that net moving bailed out Colorado.
Didn't really understand that call. Mason Marchment got away with a big-time pick in the corner originally, and that wasn't called, but it looked as though Colton had shoved Marchment into the net there, and they're going to bring the face-off outside the blue line and allow them their change and all that, like Marchment went in and dislodged it by himself. I don't know that that's correct. There's not a lot of discussion and fire from the Stars bench about it, but Stars could have maybe had him hemmed in even more with tired guys on the ice.
Yeah, that was 137 for all 5 Avalanche, and they looked like it. But on we go as the Stars dump it back in, approaching the midway point of regulation. 2-0 Dallas leads. Wyatt Johnston goals in the first and second, shorthanded and power play. Given away by Ottinger, then he scrambles back. Couldn't stop the puck. Tanev has broken his stick. Ottinger the save on the distance drive from Girard. Dallas is caught in their zone. Pavelski awkwardly knocked down, kept in Colorado. Manson with a shot. Blocker saved by Ottinger. Cleared out by the Stars. They'll take an icing, but it will allow them to re-equip. Tanev gets a fresh stick from the bench. 11:01 left in the second. All of that started very innocently on that play off of Ottinger.
Yeah, it's a pretty smart play by Pavelski because they get a stick back in the hands of their defenseman. He could have chopped it out and kept it from going all the way down the ice, but he just got belted up, mauled by Nate McKinnon on the boards to start all that. There's an interesting shift here. It's only 2-0. It feels like it's 9-0.
Ben and McKinnon on the face-off. The Stars pull it back. Tanev with that new stick takes it and lifts it out. The Stars have been outstanding in the face-off dot. They've won about 65% of the draws. They have won every facet of this hockey game so far through almost 30 minutes.
I mean, that's Nate McKinnon's strong side, but he doesn't really have a strong side. That's one area he does not excel.
McKinnon leaves in the trapezoid, Stars zone. Played off the glass by Heiskanen to Robertson. Up ahead for Stankoven. Cut away. Dallas regathers. Here's Tyler Seguin. Over to the left, Robertson. Back across Stankoven. He got caught by McKinnon. Blocked the shot up over the glass and off the protective netting.
Just watching Nathan McKinnon, like for a minute there, he was fairly lazy in neutral ice. You know, things not going well. And then he hit the gas to close on Stankoven and got there just in time. But he has had no effect really on this game, and we're halfway through it. They are struggling to get any semblance of their team game together, but it's only 2-0. I mean, Georgiev's been remarkable, scintillating in the pipes for them to keep them in the hockey game.
Stars win an offensive zone faceoff. Ben with Steele and Smith. Ben up and down the right side boards from the circle. Pickpocketed, and then he shoved Parise down. They net battle as the Stars work it out in front. It's loose, side of the net, and then shot up high. And Smith missed the net. He was falling away, had Georgiev down, and put it out of play.
Man, that was a crafty little play by Nils Lundqvist to drive deep with it, send it out the same side. And Craig Smith's gone 18 playoff games since he last scored in the Stanley Cup playoffs, and his little fadeaway, that there wasn't an awful lot of room. I'm looking at the overhead on the big screen, and it is a big one here at Ball Arena, and there was just a lot of bodies, sends it through and over top, maybe Karam, and harmlessly out of the way around Georgiev. Everything feels like a scramble around his net tonight.
Sent all the way down by the Avalanche. No icing here. Play goes on. Work to the point. Manson with a shot. Follow-up. Duhaime sends it wide. Stick goes flying of Duchesne. The Stars will bring it through center. Could have numbers. It's Marchment to Lundqvist. His shot standing up again. Georgiev has had quite a few. And with Marchment going to the net, second time in a matter of minutes that he's had a crowd around him as he's chest over the crossbar.
It's perfect. It's what he has to do. He has to wear the black hat. He has to be the bad guy. Make them make some poor decisions, and Stars get back on the power play again. Still a game here. Past the midway point of it at Ball Arena. The Stars are up 2-0 on the Avalanche in Game 4. This is the Stanley Cup playoffs on the ticket.
The Polaris Ranger XP1000 Texas Edition can help you rein in the Texas terrain. It's got an upgraded Gen 2 transmission, 29-inch tires, and pre-installed roof and winch, helping you be productive from dawn till dusk. Polaris. Think outside.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
Dallas Stars hockey on the ticket.
The ticket!
They're trying to invigorate the home side here. It feels kind of, I don't want to say lame, but it's lost some of its guts, though, from the first period as the Avalanche have been dominated by the Stars to the tune of a 23-7 shot advantage.
And a 2-0 lead as the Stars win a faceoff in the Colorado zone. Tanev, though, mostly fanned, starts a counterattack for Colorado. Chip and a chase, Kiviranta. Tanev got back. He gets knocked down by Kiviranta. Colton with a shot off the chest of Ottinger. The Stars get it to the sidewall on the perimeter. Tanev cleared to center ice.
It's like their depth guys are trying to, get them going a little bit. Their top guys have been invisible in the game.
Dating back to Game 3, just that one goal that came about this time, midway through the second period. Here's Rantanen, high slot, shot, hit bodies, pinballs around. The Stars have it. Calmly, Johnston over to Robertson. You're talking about the number one offense, a team that got to 5 or more all 5 games against Winnipeg. Reverse check. Robertson was knocked down by Makar. But Dallas has stifled them in a game and a half here in Denver. Shot, score! Just a floater from the right point. Miro Heiskanen, and it got through. What a series he's had, and Dallas ups their lead to 3-0.
We talked about it before the game began tonight, that this is the most impactful, certainly offensively, that Miro Heiskanen has been in the Stanley Cup playoffs since the 2020 bubble, where he was just the lead guy. There's screen set up by Tyler Seguin in the high slot, and that sifting wrister just ate things up. Georgiev couldn't pick it up off the snapshot from the right point. I mean, he had a foot on the blue line when he let it fly, and now it's starting to feel and look on the scoreboard as it should. The Stars have owned the game, and they're up 3-0.
Heiskanen gets his second point of the game. He got the secondary assist on the power play goal earlier this period. So that's his 4th goal of the postseason and his 11th point. He's 1 point shy of Cale Makar in this postseason, 2 behind Evan Bouchard of Edmonton. Here is Rantanen, unable to carve his way through. Stars took a 3-0 lead in Game 1, a 4-0 lead in Game 2. Closer the other night here in Denver, but never trailed. They've got a 3-0 lead in Game 4. It's becoming habitual. Dallas just opening up games against Colorado in the front half. Avalanche turn it over as they cross the line. Stars looking for more. Dadonov on the left side. Buys himself some space on Johnson. Nice play along the wall. Mason Marchment will keep it moving. Duchesne got spun around, turned the puck over. Casey Middlestat. Pass was broken up by Tanev. Loose puck taken out in front and a shot score. Middlestat. He grabbed it from underneath the icing line, worked to the net front, beat Ottinger low glove side, and the Avalanche are on the board.
And you would excuse everybody back in Dallas with the uh-oh. Here we go again. Stars up big by 3 goals. They answer back almost immediately. It's their forechecking work. The Stars didn't get a third guy in behind the net, which they usually do. They usually outman the opposition around the puck. It was just the 2 defensemen, an aggressive 3-man forecheck to dislodge it, pop out in front, and the guy who never passes up an opportunity to pass up a shot on goal had no choice there but to drill it, and he beat Jake Ottinger low to the glove side.
Second goal, 8th point of this postseason for Middlestat. It comes 1 minute and 11 seconds after the Heiskanen tally. 2-goal lead for the Stars. 3-1 is the score. Second period has 7:05 and counting remaining in it. Harley on the left wing. And stolen by Cogliano of Colorado. The Avalanche had gone more than 60 minutes of playtime without scoring a goal. Second period on Saturday to second period here tonight. Avalanche keep it in the attack zone. A handoff, mostly fanning, was Makar. Jamie Benn unable to get the pass, and then a little bit of a piggyback ride on Makar. They separate as play goes on. Benn was there to pick it off and dump into the Colorado's end. Here is Nate McKinnon, has some space, accelerates. McKinnon over to Lehkonen, and it's gloved by Ottinger. He hangs on, calms everything down, gets the whistle with 6:19 remaining in the second period.
Arturi Lehkonen played 24 minutes on Saturday without a shot on goal, and no goals in the first, essentially 3.5 games of this series. He was a gag guy in the opening round against the Jets, goal a game in that one. If you're wondering, too, the 3-goal playoff comeback for the Avalanche in Game 1 of the series, that was their first since 1997. And they have belief that they can pick at the Stars' leads because they've done it in 2 of the 3 games this series.
Dallas clears it towards the blue line. It's kept in the zone. Lifted back as Lindell gets ridden into the boards by McKinnon. A battle for it. Steele escapes with possession and plays it up ahead. Tyler Seguin trying to race around Girard. The defenseman just got back to beat him to the puck.
He can maneuver too, but they give it up.
As Stankoven goes to the right circle. Robertson to Tanev. His one-timer off the glove of Georgiev, that outstretched left hand.
Even more trouble than it should have, it looked like. A little harmless muffin from 50 feet.
Cleared out to center by the Stars, touched by Robertson. Icing is waved off. Robertson was on his side of the red line by just a step. But the Stars were in on the pressured attack to Donov, who's got it down the left wing. His shot saved Georgiev. The rebound moved over to Colton, and he'll turn it back through center ice. Ross Colton, high slot, keeps it on his blade. Follow-up Manson, poked away, and Dadonov has been out there a while, stops in front of the Stars bench. The handoff for Duchesne. Chip, and Georgiev forced into a save.
Another good play by Jason Robertson, those layers, and the forwards helping out defensively. He was the poke check guy on Josh Manson that broke up what looked dangerous for a moment.
Stars will clear it from their zone. Just misses the net. That's icing against Dallas with 4:44 left in the second period.
You know, I was looking at the Stanley Cup playoff goals against average leading teams. The top two are in summer mode, Nashville and Vegas. The only team stingier than the Stars has been the New York Rangers, but they've sprung a leak all of a sudden with back-to-back losses in the Eastern Conference. Florida getting away with it.
Shot goes just wide by Makar after a face-off win for Colorado. Drouin over to Makar at the right wing side. Out to pressure and block Marchment. Nate McKinnon off the left wing wall. Top of the slot. Got it over to Drouin and a tight angle shot. Ottinger got back to get it with the glove as Dallas clears. Sent in by the Stars. They say onside. Drouin welcomed back to the Colorado lineup, his postseason debut. He assisted on that goal for Middlestat. Go back to the Heiskanen tally. Stankoven and Robertson got the assists on the even strength goal for Dallas.
Yeah, Drouin's played on a couple of lines as they've been forced to kind of mix and match a little bit. So with the Stars, really it's like a trade-off, right? You got Rope Hintz out of the Stars lineup and Val Nichushkin out of theirs.
Duhaime, a chip and a chase. In the right wing corner, Lindell steals behind the Dallas net. Forward for Craig Smith. And he will lob it out. Steele pursuing Jones. Through neutral ice come the Avalanche. Walker got caught by Steele. Then it's offside, delayed against the Avalanche. Trenton didn't realize it, pursued the puck, touched it, and that brings the whistle. 3:27 remaining, second period. The Stars scored the first three, the Avalanche the most recent one. It's 3-1 Dallas. You're listening to Stars Playoff Hockey, brought to you by PNC Bank on the Ticket.
Thanks for calling Toyota. This is Jan.
Hi, Jan. I just adopted a new best friend, and I'm looking for a Toyota so we can make the most out of summer.
With a new RAV4, you can take your pup for a drive up the coast. You can take a Prius to the park for some tug-of-war. Or you can take a Tundra to kayak at a remote lake.
One problem, Jan.
Oh?
My new best friend's a cat.
Your summer starts here, but it all ends June 3rd. Toyota, let's go places. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
TXU Energy is changing the game with Live Your Free, the first and only plan of its kind that automatically adapts each month to give you free energy when you use it most.
What if I use the most during the day?
Enjoy free energy all day, every day.
What if I suddenly become a night owl?
Your nights are free, automatically.
What if I go weekend warrior?
Free energy all weekend, my friend.
So the savings change with me.
And you never have to change a thing. TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Free energy charges and time periods defined in Plan EFL. TDU and other bill charges apply normally. Visit TXU.com for details.
Children's Health is the official pediatric home of Dallas Stars fans. Every day, Children's Health is pushing the boundaries of what incredible care for children looks like. From groundbreaking research to technological innovations, Children's Health is constantly discovering the cutting-edge treatments that lead to greater outcomes. From their relentless care teams to their commitment to every family, Children's Health will stop at nothing to give kids the care they need for the future they deserve. Visit childrens.com to learn more.
Stars Hockey on the Ticket.
The Ticket.
Hey, gang, Stars looking to put the Avs in a real pickle with another win here at the Big Mason Jar at Ball Arena in Denver. They're up 3-1 in the late stages of the second period. They played terrific. They could very easily have more on the board than what they do. The Avalanche have shown signs of life here in the second period, though.
Dallas plays out to center. It's touched in, straddling the red line, Craig Smith. Colorado's goal scorer, Middlestat, moved it up the wall to Drouin, who got the assist on that tally. They play catch back inside their third of the ice. Missed the mark on the stretch pass, and Dallas with possession once more. Lindell feeds it over in front of the Stars bench as we tick inside the final 3 minutes of this second period as it's out of play. 2:57 as the whistle comes.
You know who's been incredible to watch tonight is Jason Robertson. He has a couple of assists in the game. He reminds me so much of guys that I played with in past where it doesn't seem like they're getting a lot done. And then you look at the end of the game, and it's 2 goals and an empty netter, 4 hits, a bunch of shots on goal, some good defensive play. Like, I think he's played an incredible game here tonight. A lot of guys have, but, you know, out of the norm for him in some areas and very much in the norm for him in others. And he should be on the board. He got stoned by Georgiev on that glove grab back in the first.
His 2 assists, one of 3 stars with a multi-point game. Heiskanen has a goal and a helper. Johnston has 2 goals in the game. It's the Stars' 4th different player to have a multi-goal game already in 4 games this series. Miro back in Game 2, Seguin and Stankoven the other night in Game 3, and Wyatt tonight. Miro Heiskanen curls towards the net, and the save made. Rebound pushed just wide by Johnston, who's out there on hat-trick watch. Brought back through center, and the Avalanche offer it to the left wing. Stars take it away. Jamie Benn takes his time. Slowly to the center line. Chipped it forward. Didn't get much on it. Followed up, though. Lost his stick on a dogged hunt of the puck.
It's incredible, though. They just gave him center ice. I mean, there was no pressure whatsoever on him.
The long pass by the Stars off the touch of Robertson. Robertson and Heiskanen, the only players in the series to record points in all 4 games. Down the left wing, it's Rantanen. He gets sealed off. Played well by Tanev, who then one-hands it along safely over to his partner Lindell, and a perfect Chris Tanev shift. In come the Stars. Seguin unable to hop his way through a couple of Avalanche. Colorado, the area pass to center. McKinnon with speed going wide on Lindell. Sharp angle, and Ottinger made the save. He hangs on, controlled his rebound, 1:43 left in the second.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about the 4 horsemen of the Avs apocalypse. Instead of death, famine, war, and conquest, it looked like, at least heading into today, speed, possession, puck battle, and conquest. McKinnon, Makar, Rantanen, Nichushkin. They're not going to have Val anymore. McKinnon's shown some flashes here in the second period, but he's been docile.
Save made off the blocker of Ottinger. A floated shot, Mikko Rantanen. McKinnon towards the net front. Knocked away, though, by the Stars and cleared by Marchment. 90 seconds and counting remaining in the second period. Stars with a 3-1 lead. Dallas has a 2-1 lead in the series. Game 5 will be back in Dallas Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time. Shot by Manson, gets blocked by Duchesne, forces Manson out across the Dallas blue line. Quick re-entrance, though, Drouin. Had to maneuver through Lindell, didn't work out, and then he missed Johnson on a pass top of the zone. Into the final minute here of the second period. Shots in the game, 29-13 favoring the Stars. Avalanche, Casey Middlestat slows down as he crosses center. Goes back for the 17-year veteran Johnson. Drives it in from neutral ice. In the corner, Parise. Up top for Makar. Settles the puck. Moves it to Johnson. And Lehkonen the forward high. Missed on the give and go for Johnson, who will catch up behind the net. Fights his way through a poke check. Half a minute remaining in the period. Avalanche remain in the Dallas zone as Lehkonen shot off his stick out of play. Exactly 25.0 seconds.
Just a very grade A example of the Stars' defensive zone coverage. That was Ryan Suter, the defenseman, that knifes it out of play, 8 feet inside the blue line. And I'm watching Joe Pavelski handle Parise in front of the net like a robust defenseman would do back in the day. It's a game of interchangeable parts. It's man-on-man with the Stars' defense in their own zone. And they've been very difficult for the Avalanche to get clean through.
Seguin against Drouin. The faceoff is won by the Avalanche. Spin by Girard. Shovel the backhand, and Ottinger able to watch it all the way into his glove. There were a lot of bodies around. He holds 17.7 left in the period.
Yeah, they moved people around a little bit. This time they got McKinnon out here with Drouin and Lehkonen. It feels like every time you look down there, there's a different combination going on up front for both teams. With some players out of the game, and on the Avalanche side of things, just trying to find a mix
Ben and McKinnon, glove side of Ottinger. Late stages of period 2, 17 seconds to go. Clean win by Ben to the corner, reverse to Tanev. He'll clear it around, bounces to Steele, and he can usher it to the red line at center. McKinnon fired it just wide of Drouin. Play goes on, Lehkonen towards the net front. Lindell steals, pitchforks it out on the backhand. The horn sounds, ending the second. So the Stars double their lead. They've led by as many as 3. Wyatt Johnston with 2. Miro Heiskanen has the other. The Avalanche get the goal from Middlestat. It is 3-1 Stars. They're 20 minutes away from trying to mirror that with the series score as well.
Yeah, well, look, the goal from Casey Middlestat is a big one because it pumps a little bit of life and belief into their side. I don't care how many times they've come back and from what depth of holes, 3-0, considering everything that's gone into this conflict here tonight would be a tough one. And the way the Stars are playing defensively. So game's still on. It's still just a 2-goal difference. You got to love the way Wyatt Johnston's played in the game tonight and Miro Heiskanen. To me, those two guys are just regulators on the game. Wyatt must have close to double digits in shots on goal. And he's played really well defensively. He's eaten up a lot of ice time, obviously, with Rope Hintz going out of the game after the first period of play. And Miro Heiskanen is just flat better than Makar in this series. He has been really since the early stages of it. I think Makar had a very good game 1. Their power play hit for a couple of power play goals. But since then, for my money, Heiskanen's been the dominant defenseman in the series and has certainly got his hands all over the score here tonight.
Heiskanen's 3 goals and 6 points in the series. They lead everybody, the point total on either side. And so, yeah, for sure. Wyatt Johnston, to your point, you're correct. 8 shots on goal, 2 goals, almost 15 minutes of ice time. And we talked about all the accolades of under 21 and what he's done. He also became the 3rd youngest player in Stanley Cup playoff history to score both a shorthanded goal and power play goal in the same playoff game. A 19-year-old Glenn Wesley and a 20-year-old Wayne Gretzky, the only guys to do it younger than him.
It's an incredible story. It's going to be talked about forever with Wyatt. Stars, the GM's right next to us here in a booth. They moved down in that draft. Detroit wanted Casa, a big goaltender out of Edmonton in the WHL, and they felt Wyatt Johnston would still be there. He trusted his scouting staff, and they ended up going from 15, getting a 1st, 2nd, and 5th round draft picks. And in a roundabout way, some of that draft is a way or an avenue for Chris Tanev to make his way to Dallas as well. So you get that, you get Wyatt, you get Logan Stankoven a little after that. And those 2 youngsters have had a grand 2 games here in Denver, Colorado.
Stars with a 3-1 lead, 40 minutes in the books as Dallas looking for their 3rd consecutive win. But if we've learned one thing so far in this series, it's that the Avalanche have no intentions of going quietly. The Stars still 20 huge minutes of work remain in front of them, but they have been the drivers all night long, and they are in the driver's seat, out shooting the Avalanche 29-13 and leading 3-1 on the board. Fans, you can check out Texas Hockey's digital home by downloading the Dallas Stars app powered by AT&T. The app is your go-to place to manage tickets, check out live stats, and more. Download it now. You can find it in the App Store and the Google Play Store. In Newkirk, Bruce Levine, they've got your Kia second intermission report. Comes your way right after this. Stars up by a pair, 2 periods in the books from Denver. You're listening to Stars Playoff Hockey right here on The Ticket.
I never went to the full, I'm going to buy my own reading glasses. I just would borrow my wife's and look kind of silly. My wife and 2 sons have had procedures done at Clearsight.
Here's TJ talking about why custom lens replacement at Clearsight was one of the easiest decisions he's made.
And so when I saw my vision starting to go, I thought, why not just get it corrected the right way? And when I talked to Dr. Luke and he's telling me about lens replacement, I just thought it was a no-brainer. And since my vision is 2016, I can read things far far away. I can read small print. I'm loving the results.
Don't wait any longer to get rid of the hassle of readers and bifocals. Have your free exam at ClearSight, and with approved credit, enjoy 0% financing for 36 months.
This is a solution to what age eventually does to your eyes.
Live your life with ClearSight. Schedule your free exam today by calling 214-380-2020 or visit clearsight.com. And remember,
2020 or it's free.
That's the ClearSight guarantee, and you are gonna love what you see.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Look around. You can find cars like these on AutoTrader, like that car riding your tail. Or if you're tailgating right now, all those cars doubling as kitchens and living rooms are on AutoTrader too. Are you working out and listening to this ad at the same time? Well, multitasking pro, cars like the ones in the gym parking lot are for sale on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars, maybe even flying cars. Okay, no flying cars, but as soon as they get invented, they'll be on AutoTrader. Just you wait. AutoTrader.
At InterHealth, we know addiction and mental health challenges are best treated by healing all of you. It's why we integrate the best practices in medicine with comprehensive mental health care to create a treatment path just for you. Because there is no one-size-fits-all approach, we first focus on the root causes of why you're struggling, then we create a personalized healing plan. Let us help you find a better way. Call 800-388-4601 or visit interhealth.com.
You're gonna feel a puff of air.
Zhang's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
When you're rolling Charmin Ultra Soft on the party, less is more, so roll it back, everybody. Charmin's irresistibly soft and hella nice. The grip is always soft. It's our party wine. So our cheeks feel flat. So everybody wanna touch the sky.
Charmin Ultra Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
It takes hard work to get to the playoffs, but it's easy to apply for an auto loan with us. Hi, this is Sharon Moore, President and CEO of City Credit Union. Our loan experts will help you through the entire process, and we even handle everything electronically. Check out our Google reviews. We've earned a lot of fans of our own. Get started at citycu.org/apply. City Credit Union is a proud partner of the Dallas Stars.
Certain restrictions apply, subject to credit approval. See Credit Union for details. Federally insured by NCUA.
Your Dallas Stars, your favorite station. Sports Radio, 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
Dallas Stars' second intermission report brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit kia.com to discover movement that inspires. After 40 minutes of play in Denver at Ball Arena in Game 4, it's Dallas 3 and Colorado 1. All right, Owen Newkirk, Bruce Levine, let's go to a rapid-fire period recap and highlights brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, where the players play. Bruce, 4-on-4 hockey, couple of chances, no goals, but the Stars get a power play, and this happens.
Now over to Heiskanen. Robertson pass across. Johnston, he scores! Gorgeous movement by the Stars. Used the entirety of the zone. And Wyatt Johnston has his second of the game. He's gone shorthanded. He goes power play, and the Stars go up 2-0.
We'll get into more details in the postgame show, but Johnston's second of the night, 7th of the year from Robertson and Heiskanen at 5:46 make it 2-0.
Johnston out there because Roope Hintz did not return after taking a cross-check in the first period. He's a right-handed shot. He's at the left side. Miro to Robo on left-handed shot on the right side. Fakes the shot, cross-ice pass to Johnston, and Johnston catches and quick release. Georgiev can't go from post to post after Robertson faked the shot, and Wyatt Johnston out there with the first-line unit due to injury makes the most of it. The 20-year-old for just 2.5 more hours, Colorado time, Power play goal in the second, shorthanded goal in the first.
6 minutes later, Miro Heiskanen made it 3.
Robertson was knocked down by Makar, but Dallas has stifled them in a game and a half here in Denver. Shot, score! Just a floater from the right point. Miro Heiskanen, and it got through. What a series he's had, and Dallas ups their lead to 3-0.
Fourth of the playoffs for Heiskanen, Stankoven, and Robertson, the assists at 11:24, 3-0 Stars.
Simple Hockey 101. Robertson wins the battle up against the board, swings it over to Logan Stankoven. Stankoven backhand chips it to the blue line. Miro takes 2 steps toward the middle, floats a wrister, but Tyler Seguin's 20 feet out, battling with a Colorado, I think it was Sam Girard, the defenseman, and he makes the perfect screen, even though he's not right in front of the goalie. He's blocking the line of vision. The puck squeezes behind Seguin and goes right into the net, and Dallas is up by 3.
A minute and 11 seconds later, Colorado scores.
Loose puck taken out in front, and a shot, score, Middlestat. He grabbed it from underneath the icing line, worked to the net front, beat Ottinger low glove side, and the Avalanche are on the board.
Middlestat's second of the playoffs from Jonathan Drouin at 12:35 makes it 3-1.
This is a bit of a mistake by Matt Duchene. Stars had 2 players behind the goal line fighting with Drouin for the puck. Middlestat was alone in front, and with those kind of numbers, really all that Matt Duchene had to do was come across and take the body. He doesn't. He's looking for the puck to come in the other direction. Middlestat's all alone. Puck squirts out in front. He goes to the far side, beats Ottinger for Colorado's little bit of life here heading in the third period.
And that's where we're at after 40 minutes of play. Stars up 3-1. They've completely dominated, but they are not through this one yet. Game 4 continues with the third period next here on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket.
Sometimes a situation arises where you have to take your best shot. Criminal defense, serious injury, wrongful death. Hi, I'm Chris Lewis. When you need to take your best shot, there's one name to remember. Chris Lewis & Associates, your law firm for criminal defense and catastrophic injury. Don't let a conviction or severe injury destroy your life. When you have one shot, make it your best. Let us fight for you. Call 214-444-1000 or visit lewisdefense.com.
Thanks for calling Toyota. This is Jan.
Hi, Jan. I just adopted a new best friend, and I'm looking for a Toyota so we can make the most out of summer.
With a new RAV4, you can take your pup for a drive up the coast. You can take a Prius to the park for some tug-of-war. Or you can take a Tundra to kayak at a remote lake.
One problem, Jan.
Oh?
My new best friend's a cat.
Your summer starts here, but it all ends June 3rd. Toyota, let's go places. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details.
You probably only think about insurance when you need it. But at Higginbotham, we have local insurance specialists from coast to coast thinking about your risk and how to cover them year-round. We start with listening and end with a custom solution that fits your needs and budget. Whether it's for your home, car, family, business, or employees, Higginbotham protects what matters most to you. Higginbotham makes insurance policies personal.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year, 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Right now at 7-Eleven, get a Big Bite hot dog and a large Big Gulp drink for only $3. It's the kind of big meal that'll make you feel like a big deal. A big shot, a BIP. That's big important person. You could be top dog with a hot dog, a big wig with a big gulp. Stop by 7-Eleven and grab a big meal deal for only $3 with 7 rewards. But don't get a big head.
Valid through 1/7/25. 7-Eleven has the right to end this promotion early. All rights reserved. Plus tax. Participating U.S. stores only. See app for full terms.
Stars fans, every player that has ever skated onto the ice has had a dream to be a champion. Ford has been a part of making those dreams come true. With every drive to hockey practice and travel to every road game, Ford F-Series, the 47-year leader, and Ford SUVs have carried us forward. That's why Ford is a proud sponsor of the Dallas Stars and proud sponsor of a dream. Based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Hey, Stars fans. Marty Turco here for Valley Ridge Roofing.
Have you noticed water stains on the ceiling or walls of your home or business? With storm season upon us, there's a good chance that you have. So do what the stars do when we have roofing issues and call Valley Ridge Roofing. They'll do a no-obligation assessment of your property and provide you with a detailed report, absolutely free. And if repairs are needed, there's no one more qualified to do the job than Valley Ridge Roofing, the official roofing contractor of your Dallas Stars. Visit their website at vrrctx.com.
At PNC Bank, North Texas is our home too. So when you're going wild over a game-winning goal, we're right there with you as an official partner of the Dallas Stars. And when you're focusing on your own goals, we'll be there too, making it easy to save, track, plan, and manage your money online and via app anytime it works for you. We're proud to support North Texas's financial goals. Learn more at PNC.com. PNC Bank National Association, member FDIC.
Stars fans, every player that has ever skated onto the ice has had a dream to be a champion. Ford has been a part of making those dreams come true. With every drive to hockey practice and travel to every road game, Ford F-Series, the 47-year leader, and Ford SUVs have carried us forward. That's why Ford is a proud sponsor of the Dallas Stars and proud sponsor of a dream. Based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
Hey, it's Joe Pavelski.
Here's Pavelski for the hat trick. He scores!
Did you know there's a digital home for Texas hockey? Download the official Dallas Stars app, powered by AT&T, to access and easily manage your tickets. Plus, receive access to exclusive in-app contests, streaming, and so much more. Download it now in the App Store and Google Play Store by searching Dallas Stars. The official Dallas Stars app is the only way to manage your Stars tickets.
Your Dallas Stars on your favorite radio station. Sports Radio, 96.7 and 1310, The Ticket.
Dallas Stars. Second intermission report brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Visit Kia.com to discover movement that inspires. It's 3-1 Stars over the Avalanche after 2 periods of play in Game 4. Third period coming up shortly, but first, here's Bruce with an out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Higginbotham Insurance.
One game played at Madison Square Garden. The New York faithful expecting to celebrate the Rangers moving on to the Eastern Conference Final, but Carolina, with 4 third-period goals, flips the script, and they will go back to Raleigh for game number 6, 4-1 final, Carolina over the Rangers.
For the Stars, they have a 2-goal lead going into the third period. Can they do what they did in Game 3?
They wrote the blueprint on how to stop the Avs from coming back in game number 3. Follow that blueprint in game number 4. Colorado's been flat. They haven't had much offensively. They're going to push at some point in time in the third, but the Stars saw what they could do protecting a 1-goal lead. Do the same exact thing with a 2-goal advantage going into the last period.
All right, for the third period, we head back to Denver. Here's Josh and Razor. Guys?
Thanks very much, guys. So, yeah, off the heels of what they called almost a perfect third period the other night, Dallas will bring a 2-goal lead with them here into the final frame, and looking for just more of the same, Razor, in what has been a very dominating and controlling opening 40 minutes to Game 4.
Yeah, look, your best defense is always an aggressive, relentless attack, and that's how they went about their business with just a 1-goal margin here on Saturday night. They have a little room to play with a 3-1 lead, but they can't drop back on their heels. I'm sure the conversations were internal in the Avalanche dressing room, just asking themselves, how hard do you want to play? How much do you want to fight? Do you want to push this thing a little bit? Or are you going to lay down and allow the Stars to just dictate for a full 60 minutes and put them on the brink of elimination?
We are about to find out. Still no Roope Hintz on the bench. Left the game earlier, missed all of the second period, upper body, and he is listed as questionable. It's dumped in right off the linesman, who shakes that one off and played out to center ice by the Stars. They bring it in with a 3-1 lead. A 2-1 series lead. This is Game 4. Regardless of the result, comes back to Dallas for what should be a rocket American Airlines Center. Game 5 on Wednesday, and they cross the blue line, deflected away with a hand pass.
Jamie Benn came across and could have obliterated McKinnon. I don't know whether it was a sachet from Nate McKinnon or Jamie just going, look, I'm not going to load their power play up for 5 minutes, and he just kind of brushed past him, and that led to the hand pass immediately. Give the Stars some credit for keeping McKinnon in check, but some of it, you can see the frustration on him when he heads back to their bench.
Dumped back in by Colorado. Casey Middlestat on the right wing side. We'll leave it on the wall. Up to the blue line. Shot. Made its way to Ottinger. No problem. Took it at the corner of the crease and hung on. 38 seconds gone by in the third.
Middlestat couldn't unglue himself from Tyler Seguin to get to the net front quick enough to maybe get a stick on that long wrist shot. He's a good player. I'm impressed by his puck skills. He is as slick as they come. The kids call it sick mitts. Give him a pure sniper. Yee.
Dallas wins the defensive zone face-up, but they don't clear. Shot didn't get on target. Duchesne in the corner is able to fly one out off of Girard. He'll move it for Lehkonen. Quickly back in. Nathan McKinnon, left circle, a shot. He missed the far post. Makar able to keep it in at the right point. Back along the end wall. Out for McKinnon, and his shot blocked. He was pressured by Marchment, and Heiskanen was in the way as well. Continued attack here from Colorado. Makar up near the blue line. Crosses over to the left wing circle. Trying to shed to Donov. Back onto his forehand. Taken off the side wall. McKinnon then swiped by Heiskanen off his blade. Marchment got his stick in the way of the restart feed intended for McKinnon.
They went shift off, shift back on again, and no question Bednar would like to get him out there against Duchesne and Mason Marchment.
And that's deflected off of skates right in front of the Dallas bench and into it. 18:23 left in the third.
You know, I think anytime you play the Avalanche, certainly in this building, if you're the opposition team, you just keep looking up. How many more shifts does 29 have? He drives so much of what they do offensively.
Including the playoffs, entering this game, McKinnon has played 44 games in this building. Points in 42 of them. Just video game-like numbers. He's been quiet, though, tonight. Stars collect in the defensive end. Out towards Smith at the half wall. Glove down by Drouin. Keeps it in for Parisi. He gets hit by Suter, the two good friends and longtime teammates. Behind the net. Taken away by Robertson in one motion. Spins, lifts, clears. And it slides. It does have enough for icing. Dallas cannot change.
I thought Middlestat had more speed than that. Did you?
I think he played it well. We call that a veteran move, right?
I bet you if he's chasing down a loose puck going the other direction, he catches up to it. I'm just going to say. But they get this one on the icing. It was a nice play by Jason Robertson, but the story of the last few games for the Avalanche, nice pinch by Manson down the boards. They look like they have something going, and then he just fumbles it into the stick blade of Robertson, and the high flip down the ice leads to this.
You know who came over the boards for Colorado, but Steele, a big face-off win against Rantanen. Bouncing puck on the far side. Smith is able to clear. Dallas can mix in a partial change that they couldn't prior to the icing. Dumped back in by the Avs. Lehkonen separated from the puck momentarily, then given away by the Stars. McKinnon, tight angle. Ottinger had the post sealed, made the save.
You know, you want to say that's a mistake by Wyatt Johnston to bump it in the middle, but somebody's supposed to be there, and that somebody was the wrong guy that time.
And the most dangerous of them all, McKinnon brings back over the blue line, feeds it to the right. They set up Makar. One-timer kicked out by Ottinger, cleared by the Stars. This will wobble its way for the latest icing. 17:06 left in the third period. We asked the question, what would the Avalanche do? They've come out and looked assertive in these opening 3 minutes of the third. Dallas still leads by a pair.
Well, they've looked that way because every second shift, McKinnon and Rantanen and them are on the ice, you know, trying to get the proximity goal almost immediately here in the early portion of the third period. Try to stake themselves to the comeback again. They've already cut into a 3-0 lead.
It is crazy that the Stars have had at least a 3-0 lead in 3 of the 4 games in the series. And yet, as we talked about, nothing feels comfortable when you're going up against the Avs offense. They carve it in. Middlestat got through most, but not all of the guys in white. Pickpocket play by Pavelski, and the Stars dump and change. Middlestat, defensive corner. Off the stick of Duchesne, got to Drouin. He finds Middlestat back, speed through center, across the Dallas line. Stars converge to get back, surround him. Towards the blue line, kept in Jones, over to Walker. Plays it off the corner. Jones let it go through. Colton the forward. No stick in hand, so the Stars cut it off down the wall. And then Duchesne, he's kicking, he's playing soccer all the way down. And then Walker came in to hit him. Duchesne went over 100 feet with possession. Feet only, no stick. You had FC Dallas on the phone. Heiskanen sends it around. On the far side, Manson at the right point. Cut off by the Stars, and they clear.
It was weird that the Avalanche didn't put any pressure on him. It allowed him to just do what he wanted. An easy boot up the ice, and then finally they had an epiphany and just about blew him up.
Trennan charging towards the loose puck on the end wall. Stars take it away instead. They carve through center. Jason Robertson, the flip from the red line. Stankoven slowed down, pursues Manson. Manson turned it over on his play towards the line, and then he rocks Steele after the puck was sent back in by the Stars. Moved out of play, and 15:28 left in the third.
You know, you watch, they've had guys that are trying to play hard, and they're trying to do the right things in that, but the team game aspect and difference between these two clubs right now is striking. Like, the Stars are playing with groups of 5 all over the ice, certainly in their own zone. And the Avalanche is like one, and then it's another, and then it's a guy, but not really connected with one another. And that's led to a lot of the good from the Stars in tonight's game. There's been some physicality. They think that leads to good things on their side. They've out-hit the Stars in most games in the series.
Avalanche win the faceoff. Tap it ahead. Rantanen for McKinnon. He'll cross the blue line. McKinnon cuts in the left wing circle. Turnaround shot. Ottinger was there, and he protected it right against his chest in the glove. The latest stoppage with 15-17 left in the third. A 3-1 Dallas lead.
Yeah, I mean, as much as the Avalanche have been on their toes and trying to force the issue a little bit, we're 5 minutes into the third period, and Jake's been good, but he hasn't had to make a spectacular, stunning, stellar save here in the third period yet. Just harmless shots from distance, impeccable rebound control. Stars have been great on winning faceoffs after that.
They'll try to win their latest. Instead, it's Rantanen who controls it. Back to Girard. He swings it to Makar. From the blue line to Girard. Top of the zone, Makar. Skates it towards the left wing circle. Makar, tight angle shot, save! Ottinger, that time the rebound was loose, but only for an instant as Ottinger got the glove down on it quickly for the stoppage.
A little bit of movement that time, and their two best offensive defensemen, Girard and Makar, out here for these attack zone faceoffs for the Avalanche. That time, Ottinger couldn't see it. Anytime you see a goaltender give up a rebound on a wrist shot from distance, it's usually because they didn't see it off the stick.
He'll look to his stick side, Will Ottinger, for this face-off. Rantanen and Pavelski, and the Stars veteran wins it. Cleared around and out to center ice.
Nice to have a guy like Joe in a situation like that. Wyatt got beat clean on the previous one.
Wyatt and Girard, they wound up spinning each other into the attack zone for Dallas, and it turned the Stars offside. So we've hit speed bumps of whistles with 5:07 gone by in the third. Score hasn't shifted, and that's just fine for the Stars with a 2-goal lead.
We've talked a lot about Wyatt Johnston in the game, but I think Joe Pavelski's had a very good night here. He has 7 shot attempts. He just won that important draw in his own zone. The line is as a group of 3. I mean, Jamie's won 8 of 10 faceoffs in the game. Johnston has 2 of the Stars' 3 goals, both of them on special teams. And Joe's played like Joe Pavelski.
Seguin up on this line with Robertson and Stankoven. Again, no rope hints. Upper body questionable since late in the first period. Manson walks it in for Colorado. Punched away by the blocker of Ottinger and flung off the left side board. Stars steal, and they will shoot it down the rink. It'll be the latest stoppage, the latest icing. We're inching our way through the third period with 5:31 gone by.
A real smart defensive play by Logan Stankoven to fold underneath. Ultimately, he ends up icing the puck, but a couple of goals here the other night. He was running around like a feral Shetland pony. He's been excellent in all things him. It's not just an offensive wunderkind. He's good defensively, holds his own physically.
Avalanche win a faceoff. Shot by Makar, unable to get through. Robertson spins, buys himself time on the half wall, and lifts it out. Makar to Girard from his blue line, gains center, cross corner shoot in by the Avs defenseman. Nice stick lift by Marchman. He's able to clear it. Back to the Avs center logo. And Colorado wasn't even close to touching up. McKinnon didn't realize his line mate was good 20 feet inside. Rantanen on the far wing. It's offside.
Man, Mikko Rantanen hasn't had much to do with this series whatsoever. He's such a supremely talented guy. He was the guy caught deep in the offensive zone. You know, usually he's a goal scorer. I love his playmaking more than anything else, and he's been unable to really distribute the puck the way he usually does.
Dallas wins the restart draw. Esa Lindell off of Marchment. Bounces in on Georgiev. He'll keep it going for Caleb Jones. Manson up ahead, Drouin. The handoff, Parise. Shot. Calm save by Odger. Sent it to the side wall. Parise will rim it up high to the right wing point. Manson back down, and Drouin walks it out to center and then gets hunted down. Stripped away. Duchesne for Dadonov. Holds, waits, tried to tuck it. Save. Rebound still loose. Fought for, and it is under Georgiev with a stand at the top of the crease. It was a stare down between Dadonov and Georgiev, and he hung on just barely.
You know, Pete DeBoer, in his system, he wants every offensive shot on net to end in a scramble. Well, he got what he desires there. Wow, that was nuts.
So 3-1 the score. Stars have the lead. 13:32 left in the third. Here in Game 4 from Colorado on the ticket.
When you drive a vehicle so reliable it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Visit your local Kia dealer today to see what you're capable of in a vehicle that inspires confidence around every corner. Kia, movement that inspires.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Limited inventory available. Warranties include 10-year 100,000-mile powertrain and 5-year 60,000-mile basic. Warranties are limited. See retailer for details.
Hey, Stars fans. Marty Turco here for Valley Ridge Roofing. Valley Ridge Roofing is not just a sponsor of the Dallas Stars, they're also our chosen roofing contractor. In fact, Valley Ridge has now completed 7 full roof replacements for Stars facilities, resulting in more energy-efficient buildings and significant cost savings. We chose Valley Ridge Roofing for 3 very good reasons: honesty, quality, and reliability. Valley Ridge Roofing, the official roofing contractor of the Dallas Stars. Visit their website at vrrctx.com.
This is Chris Lewis of Chris Lewis & Associates. Sometimes it pays to have a star on your team, like when you're accused of a serious crime or become the victim of a severe injury due to negligence. Events like these can destroy the life you've built unless you take fast action. Reach out to lewisdefense.com or call 214-444-1000. Let us fight for you. That's lewisdefense.com, your star team for criminal defense and serious injury representation.
This is Dallas Stars hockey on the ticket. KTCK FM Flower Mound, KTCK AM Dallas Fort Worth, Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Ticket.
The score remains 3-1 Stars. 6.5 minutes into the third period. Very close to 4-1. And that same line remains out here for this draw.
And it is pulled back by the Stars, but controlled by the Avalanche. Andrew Cogliano had his 3-game assist streak in this postseason snapped on Saturday. Got it in deep. Duhaime gets knocked down by Heiskanen. Haven't had a penalty in a while. Power plays are 2-1 in favor of the Stars. They converted on one of them. They also converted on the only Colorado power play, shorthanded goal. Poked in the circle, gloved down by Dallas. Suter lumbered it forward. The follow-up there. Dadonov throws a check, then he gets knocked down by Cogliano. It's a 3-car pileup in front of the Avs bench. Stars strip it away. They're in. Tanev gets it back. He shoots, and he just missed the net.
All of that calamity along the boards, and then Evgeny Dadonov beat the Avalanche to the middle of the ice. That's 2 outstanding shifts in a row by that trio, Duchesne, Marchment, and Evgeny Dodonov.
State the obvious, a 3-1 Stars lead. If there is a next goal in the game, it is absolutely gigantic. Jack Johnson to the left wing side for Rantanen. Slowed down but fought through it. Now McKinnon, a shot and a save made. Ottinger off the right arm. Stays loose on the sideboards. Players battle at the half wall, then closer to the corner. Rugged fight for possession. Neither team has it yet. Thomas Harley pinned up by Rantanen. Broken stick is out there. Belonged to Rantanen. I think he broke it over the back of Harley.
Oh, they're letting him do whatever they want down there right now.
That puck is still there, and then Tanev kicks it forward. He gets knocked down. It's half prison rules as it's worked out. McKinnon has it over to the right circle. Makar, and a great block by Harley to stay with it and send it up and out of play.
Just a staggering ability by the Stars defensively to just have layers over and over again. You know, it looks like there's a window for the Avalanche, and then it closes. It looks like a guy is beat, and then somebody else is right there. They have been one and done. They've had some time in the offensive zone and some shots on Ottinger, but it has been one and done over and over again, and they have to scrap and fight for every window in the offensive zone, and the Stars close it immediately. Too much of this, though. Too many draws in their own zone right now.
This one glove side of Ottinger, Steele, and Colton. It's fought for, won by the Avs, but so much pace it got through the defenseman Manson. So Makar back to the Colorado third to Kiviranta. Miles Wood chips it in from the center line. Colton pursuing. Nice one-handed stab at it by Suter to keep it on the perimeter. Wood on the left wing. Former Devil up high to Makar. Wrist shot. Diving feet first block by Craig Smith. The Stars are playing well. They're playing connected. They're playing committed. 11:15 and counting left in the third as it came off a no angle towards Ottinger.
Went off his head. He was like a header. He was protecting that short side high, and at 6'5", he just used his noggin.
We're just trying to see every soccer play imaginable here in the third period. Yeah. Looking for the next bicycle kick with 11 to play.
We got Premier League going on here.
Dumped in by the Stars. Loose in the trapezoid. Mason Marchment. Good work, 1-on-2 to keep it for Dallas. Dodonov up to Heiskanen. His shot blocked. It hit the back of Girard. Grabbed by Dodonov. Up to Heiskanen. Shot stopped. Georgiev rebound. Loose scored! Evgeny Dodonov! The net crash, the fourth goal of the game. And with 10.5 left, Dallas is back up by 3.
I'll be honest with you, this felt like an eventuality for those three. This is their third straight sensational shift. They've been savage. They've been obnoxious with their pursuit in the offensive zone. And again, Dodonov, remember the last shift, he beat the Avalanche off the far boards. This time he beats Casey Middlestad off the near boards to the net, gets a fat rebound, and rips it past Georgiev. Give a ton of credit to Mason Marchment in front, who was a menace, both visually and physically.
Dodonov, who had potentially season-saving goals in that opening round against Vegas, both in Games 4 and Game 5. Pivotal game-tying goals in each. Gets an additional insurance marker here for his third of the postseason. 4-1, and that all-important next goal that we talked about goes the way of Dallas. Almost every single thing tonight at Ball Arena has gone the way of Dallas. And they're 10 minutes away from concluding with the most important thing, and that's the Game 4 result.
Man, what a nice piece to have in the man they call Daddy. You know, that primary beauty assist on Tyler Seguin's game winner here the other night. And now that there, as they've mixed the lines around a little bit out of necessity.
Offside against the Avalanche. The Stars, the only goal of the third period, back up to a 3-goal advantage. It is 4-1 Stars, 9:45 to go, Game 4. You're listening to Stars Playoff Hockey, brought to you by PNC Bank on The Ticket.
You're going to feel a puff of air.
Jong's Optometry has set their sights on staffing up.
Try the next line. Hey, Kim, can you tell our 2 o'clock we're running 15 behind? Sorry, we're a bit backed up today.
He needs an optometric technician to keep an eye on it all.
Where are the dilation drops?
Indeed can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed, you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
At Charmin, we heard you shouldn't talk about going to the bathroom in public, so we decided to sing about it.
When you're rolling Charmin Ultra Soft on the potty, less is more, so roll it back, everybody. Charmin's irresistibly soft and hella nice. Our grip is always soft. It's our party vice. So our cheeks feel flat. So everybody wanna touch the sky.
Charmin Ultra Soft is irresistibly soft and more absorbent, so you can use less. Enjoy the go with Charmin.
Even if you haven't gotten your commercial property tax assessment notice from the appraisal district yet, reach out to the Hegwood Group to review your 2024 commercial property taxes. The Hegwood Group is in DFW and can help fight any dreaded property tax increases. If they can't reduce your commercial property taxes, you won't be charged a thing. The deadline is 30 days from the date on your notice, so call them today at 972-248-9574, 972-248-9574, or go to hegwoodgroup.com.
The Stars on the ticket.
The ticket!
Well, they're halfway through the third period. They've tacked on another. The Stars lead the Avalanche 4-1 at Ball Arena in Game 4 of this best-of-7 series. And if they can bring it home, they will truly bring it home with a 3-1 series lead.
The latest goal, Dodonov's third of the postseason from Marchment and Heiskanen. Miro Heiskanen has his third point of the game. He's up to a dozen in the postseason. Right wing side, Nate McKinnon from the circle. Hits the brakes, then twists once again. Outer hash marks in front, and it got away out of the reach of Rantanen, who finds Girard at the blue line. Double clutch by Makar. Back for Girard. Shot got through, but low and wide of the net. Work to Makar from inside the blue line. Wrist shot blocked. Pavelski sent it over the side glass and out of play. Clock stops, 9:09 left in the third.
It's such an appreciated thing. It's the little things that win hockey games for you. Like Joe with a kick save into the lower bowl. He had to kick out the right leg as he scrambled into that shooting lane. They've had block shots in the game. Remember Hintz back in the first period. There's the veteran there again. I think he's had a really high-grade game here tonight. Stars have spent too much time in their own zone, but they're not giving up grade A opportunities.
Faceoff stays in the Star zone on the glove side of Ottinger for this puck drop. Trennan, 3 jobs to get it back. Manson blocked right back to him. Hit bodies in front of Ottinger. Trickles wide of the post. Back around the perimeter. More bodies tumble down. Avalanche retake possession. To the left circle. Spin around shot Colton. That was blocked off skates. Trennan the follow-up. Wraps it up high. Manson towards the net. Ottinger guided it to the corner. Poked around for Robertson. Slid it ahead. Nice move, Sam Steele. He'll break in left wing side. Then turn away from the pressure of Manson. Fired it right off the defenseman's body on the boards. Drouin in for the Avs. Left circle, Middlestat. He holds up. And Johnson, one-timer, stick snapped in half as he let it rip. Caleb Jones coughs it up. Able to keep it in on a second effort. Stars follow up the bouncer out to center Dodonov. Middlestat from the Avalanche blue line.
See that play, though. Again, there's a little window, and then there's 4 stars around him to break it up. There's no room, and they can't move the puck ahead of the quick defending right now.
Parise turned over. Duchesne with space. Duchesne waits across. It was elevated. Stankoven fanned. He's got it back. His shot blocked again by the defenseman Jones. Stankoven, his first 2 playoff goals the other night. Lays it back to the blue line. Esa Lindell. He'll keep it wide. Stankoven grabs it. Turns off the left wing circle. Stankoven delays. Fights his way out to the right side wall. Then off the legs of Parise. Stays in the zone. Stankoven quickly to the loose puck. Over to Duchesne. Matt Duchesne on the backhand for Lindell. Stars in the attack zone. A shot goes wide. Rebound loose. Stankoven is first to it. Stars just quicker to the pucks. They've got Lindell over for Duchesne. Bounces high up in the air. Cut down Parise. unable to clear initially. Now Jones does for Drouin, and he holds up as both teams need a personnel switch.
Matt Duchene just ate up all of Tyler Seguin's shift. Tyler hops out here now, though, with different line mates.
Steele and Smith, the guys on the flank. As on the left wing side, it's Girard in Dallas territory. Handoff for McKinnon. Under 7 to play in the third period. Shot save, rebound, and it stayed out. And the net is off its pegs on the far side. Mikko Rantanen for sure looked like he had space to chip it past Odger, and that puck stayed out.
I think he put it off the post, and they're going to give Tanev a penalty.
For delay of game.
For knocking the net off its moorings in their eyes, maybe. Man, the first time in the third period they had Ottinger scrambling. He had to get across. Rantanen actually missed the net. Yeah. And as Tanev's coming back and trying to help out, what's he supposed to do? He's trying to deal. He runs into the pipe. They say in their eyes that it was intentional. So allegedly, he knocked it off intentionally. And the Avalanche have a little life here with another power play.
Delay of game against Chris Tanev at 13:22 of the third period. Second power play for the Avalanche. They're 0 for 1. Makar, top of the zone, back to McKinnon. Nathan McKinnon to Makar. Top of the right circle, a shot. He missed the net. The Avs, after going 2 for 2 in game 1, 0 for their last 7 in this series. Up high, it's Makar. His shot backdoor. It was a perfect setup for Rantanen. Tight angle, and he redirected it behind the net. Kept alive on the end line. Right wing side, Jonathan Drouin has been a big part of their power play success this year. In his postseason debut this season. On the right wing side, Rantanen goes back down. Drouin, Rantanen up high. Flung it off the boards, turned into a pass for McKinnon, who gets it back from Makar. Left wing circle. Cale Makar. McKinnon, one-timer missiled up high and off the glass. The Stars steal, finds the puck, and shoots it all the way down.
That was an instance where the Stars forwards out there killing couldn't put any heat on the point men, and it allowed them to dictate. Had it just about their best opportunity was that backdoor play, the deflection of Rantanen.
45 seconds left on the power play. The Avalanche bring it in. Feed was behind a cutting Colton between the circles. Cleared by the Stars all the way down on Georgiev. Second unit is out there for the Avalanche. But McKinnon the holdover. He'll bring through center. McKinnon across the blue line. Back to Walker, who has replaced Makar, and his shot from the line deflected up and out of play. Under 5 left in the third and 20 seconds left on the man advantage.
They used to do that, the Avalanche back in the Joe Sakic days around here, where he would play forward on essentially the first half of their power play, and then in the second half they bring the other unit out, leave him out, and he'd play the point. There's not as much skating and chasing down loose pucks in that. McKinnon's off the ice here now, though.
He had played 2 minutes and 2 seconds prior to exiting right here. Controlled by the Avalanche. Girard, no lane for him. The shot was blocked. Stars carry to center ice. They will dump it in deep, and they are going to get through another Colorado power play.
Stars have 26 block shots in the game tonight. Committed group defensively.
Out of the box is Tanev. The Avalanche were 8 for 18 in the playoffs prior to the start of Game 2. As they go offside here, they are 0 for their last 8. Perfect penalty kill for Dallas. And 4:31 from the finish line. 4-1, the Stars have the lead over Colorado. We'll be back with more right after this. You're listening to the Stanley Cup playoffs on The Ticket.
Fly to Philly, take off to Tampa, depart for Denver. Following your team on the road is more rewarding with the new American Airlines Advantage program. Your flights and every day spent not only earn you miles towards your next trip, but also loyalty points toward Advantage status. All the more reason to purchase both a home and away jersey. With status comes great benefits like priority boarding, free check bags, and complimentary upgrades. Not a member? Enroll for free today at AA.com. American Airlines, you are why we fly. Terms and conditions apply.
The fight for justice never ends. In Texas, there's only one name you need to know. Thomas J. Henry Law. We're one of the biggest personal injury firms in Texas with the money to fight for you. We invest in expert witnesses, investigators, and cutting-edge technology because the best evidence wins cases. And you only pay if we win. No upfront fees, no hidden costs. We give back to the communities we serve, from school supplies for tens of thousands of kids to food for families and pets. Thomas J. Henry. Visit us online at tjhlaw.com. San Antonio.
This is Dallas Stars Hockey on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310.
The Ticket! Thanks for being along tonight, everyone. Daryl Ray, Josh Bogorad from Ball Arena in Denver. Stars up 4-1 on the Avalanche with 4:31 to go in regulation. They just killed off another Avalanche power play. The Stars on the road now are 10 for 10, and they've outscored the opposition 1-0 in the playoffs.
Crazy.
I mean, you're going to win. You're going to go deep when that happens over and over again. And the Stars have been able to utilize everybody. They've had to semi-overplay some people up front just because of the loss of Rope Hintz in the game. But there are no passengers, man. Like zero. And the Avalanche have had spurts, but they have been rocked by the news of the day. They've looked like it. The Stars have given them no quarter. They have not pumped any life into them. They've not fed them in any way. Jake Ottinger's been placid back there and clean. And they are 4.5 minutes away from taking a 3-1 lead in the series.
Dallas wins the faceoff back from their zone off the touch of Jason Robertson, who's assisted on 2 of the 4 Dallas goals in the game. A pair from Wyatt Johnston, 1 from Heiskanen, 1 from Dodonov. They've scored shorthanded on the power play, a couple even strength. They have dominated start to present. From center ice, lifted in by Colorado. Put on a platter for the defenseman Tanev, who got rocked by Colton, and he's slow to get up.
Man, oh man.
Colton is the Colorado hits leader in the playoffs and in this series, and he got all of Chris Tanev.
Does a little stick flip on the way back to their bench, and Jamie Benn was up at the end of the bench, and I'm sure vocal after that. Georgiev's motioning toward the bench.
And going there right now with 3:35 to go. The extra attacker is Lehkonen, comes on and takes it. Now or never time for Colorado. They've got a Rocky Mountain-sized hill in front of them. On the right wing side, Drouin up to the blue line. Now on the left wing, it's Middlestat. 4-1 Stars lead off the wing. Shot was in the glove of Ottinger. Then an extra whack knocked it loose. That was Lehkonen. The Stars took exception to that, popped his lid off. It was whistled down, and everybody's got a dance partner.
Man, Esa Lindell did exactly what you should do as Lehkonen was picking at the body of Ottinger. The puck lodged in him, and he popped Lehkonen's top immediately. A hack, a couple of shoves. Ottinger's been so clean with his game here tonight. Very tidy with rebound control and a lot of help in front. You wonder about Chris Tanev after getting absolutely pummeled in the corner. And the Stars already down a man. Tanev's on the bench. Remember, he got dinged up in the regular season a little bit. He's such a warrior. He just plays through all of that. That was a major run at him. They don't call charging anymore in this league.
Face-off win for the Avalanche. Net remains empty for them. 6-on-5. Middlestat to the left and gets it back from the blue line. Over to Makar. Back for Middlestat. To the left wing circle. McKinnon sent it across. Set up. One-timer Makar. And a save made by Ottinger. Left wing half wall. Nathan McKinnon. Slow-moving Middlestat. Center of the zone Makar. Right circle. Now for Drouin. Taken away by the Stars towards the empty net. And bounced wide by Jamie Benn. That is icing against Dallas. 2:49 left in the third period. Prior to Dodonov's goal earlier this frame, Dallas, their only goals in the third period in the series had all been long-range empty netters.
Yeah, they're deadly at that. They are venomous.
Yeah. I guess Stankoven's was a little closer, but still.
What great defending by the three forwards there. It looked dangerous up top, and all three guys just converged. Johnston, Pavelski, Ben.
2:49 left in the third period. Rantanen wins the faceoff. Avalanche with the puck. Makar with a shot gloved by Ottinger. He hangs on to it. The latest stoppage, 2:44 remaining in the third. It's still 4-1 Dallas.
I think this line for the Stars anticipated they were going to come off, but Pete DeBoer's leaving them out there. Ben is so successful on that side of the ice. He'll go against McKinnon, who's actually fought back in faceoffs in the game. The big one here.
To the glove side of Ottinger. Stars captain against McKinnon. McKinnon won it, but he split his point men in doing so, and it forces the Avs to go back to their end. Cale Makar for Middlestat. Elevated, then punched out by Dallas. Hand pass was legal because it was all inside the Stars' defensive zone. Dumped back in by Colorado. Clogged up in the corner. Harley there. Worked loose. Cale Makar. Back to Drouin on the left wing side. Across to Makar. Sent it low on the end line. Triangle passing didn't work out. Ben. And his fling attempt was cut down chest high by Makar. Avalanche have to touch up. They do while they dump it back in. 2:02 and counting left in the third period. 4-1 Stars lead. Empty net and an extra attacker for Colorado. Stars work it out, and it's Wyatt Johnston. 2 goals in the game. He'll feed it off for Steele, and he scores. Johnston, who was on hat trick watch, plays it forward for Sam Steele. He gets the empty net goal. It's a 5-1 Stars lead, and they are inches away from coming home with a stranglehold on the series.
Oh, they're coming home with a win. They'll be up 3-1. The wheel's still spinning, but the hamster is in need of reviving. It looks deceased. What execution by the Stars on empty netters. It's unbelievable. They play it great. Won it on the boards. Tyler Seguin involved in that from the boards. Wyatt unselfish, obviously. You're not concerned with a hat trick. Just a victory come playoff time.
It'll be a 3-point game for him. The Stars with a 5-1 lead. And those that remained here at Ball Arena, aside from the many in Victory Green, are continuing to file their way out as a start to finish work of domination by the Stars. 1:25 left as Dallas ices it, and they have pushed Colorado to the ropes.
Well, they've completely blown up the belief of the home ice advantage of the Avalanche. The last 3 games at Mile High Air at Ball Arena, 7-4, 4-1, and 5-1.
Second career Stanley Cup playoff goal for Sam Steele. His first came as a member of the Minnesota Wild last year in his debut at the expense of the Stars. That won the exclamation point on a triumphant Game 4. Smith over to the left. Mason Marchment. Crazily enough, this is the first time in the Pete DeBoer tenure of Dallas that the Stars had a 2-1 series lead. For all the playoff success they've had, they trailed 2-1 last year against both Minnesota and Seattle, went down 3-0 to Vegas, went down 2-1 to Vegas last round, but back-to-back victories put them in front early. Questions of what both sides would have heading into this one. Swing and a miss from Stankoven on the left wing side. And the questions were answered almost immediately by the Stars. Behind the net, they play it out in front. And Niels Lundqvist with a shot. Georgiev made the save. 15 seconds to go in Game 4. Duhaime runs over a man as he dumps it in. Stars have the puck, content to run down the clock. Dallas has won 3 straight games in the series. They're coming home with a chance to knock out the Avalanche. A 5-1 win, a dominating win. Here in Game 4, they have a 3-1 series lead, and the best home team against the best road team in the league was a mismatch in a pair of games here in Denver.
watching the Avalanche delayed exit from their bench with maybe a little bit of reality that this might be the final night that they compete in this arena this season. And they were just outnumbered all over the rink tonight, and especially in the Stars zone where they played excellent, just superb defense in front of Ottinger, who was great again. They're not asking Jake Ottinger to win games by himself. Just be a stud in there, and his numbers are going to reflect they're getting better goaltending. Not that Georgiev's been awful. He kind of hung him in the game for a while here tonight, but they are flat outclassing the Colorado Avalanche with their ability to play and roll four lines, to manufacture offense, to gang together and galvanize defensively. And, man, Wyatt Johnston is providing some Conn Smythe level play and offense for the Stars as a 20-year-old. So last night we're going to be able to say that as he turns into a man overnight. And the Stars, I thought this would be a 6-game series heading in, with maybe the Stars being able to win a game here in Denver and holding home ice. This now has all the smell and look of a short series as the Stars head home with full control and absolute domination in a lot of ways the last 2 games here in Denver on special teams, their depth, their defense, and their goaltender.
The Stars dropped game 1 in overtime, never trailed in the game. A 3-0 lead got away. Since then, game 2 win 5-3, game 3 win by the count of 4-1. Their biggest win so far on the scoreboard of this series, and their most dominating wire-to-wire effort comes tonight in a 5-1 victory. Wednesday night, 7 p.m., American Airlines Center. Dallas has a chance to close out the Colorado Avalanche. You talked about a couple of the key things, and this Colorado team obviously was stunned with all the news that came down. No Val Nichushkin and no Devon Taves prior to the start of this one, but there still was the same stakes at play for some very dangerous guys. This is only the 3rd time in 45 games at Ball Arena that Nate McKinnon has been held off the score sheet, and the Stars just never gave the Avalanche anything, never gave them life, and a very deserved 3-1 series lead now for Dallas.
Yeah, I'll go back to some of the things we talked about at the beginning of the night. A terrific empty net assist for Tyler Seguin to set that up. But I love the fact that when they lost Roope Hintz, they had to have the guys in the middle pick up the slack. And Wyatt Johnston already was. But you had Tyler move into the middle again. He's a natural center iceman. Sam Steele continues to impress me. I'm so glad he got a goal. It was an empty netter, whatever. Everybody likes to score goals. So he does that. I thought Matt Duchene had his best game of the playoffs maybe here tonight. He was physical. He was quick. That line played really well with Dodonov, who's like spackle for this team. He just fills in wherever they need him and instrumental in some offense here again tonight. He scores in the 3rd period. A little bit of insurance there to hold on to the lead. But, man, they're a wagon. I don't care. Look, the obvious stuff here tonight was they were shocked and rocked and rattled by the news, right? And they came out and played that way. But they just can't, even with everybody. I don't think they can hang with the Stars. Stars are too deep. You look at their 3rd line, it's Colton Wood and Kiviranta. And, you lose Nichushkin up top. Even with Roope Hintz going out of the game here tonight, the Stars still look like a 4-line team. Like, they roll with it. Their special teams are better than theirs right now. That's a huge factor in the first 4 games of the series. And it just appears like the Stars are going to be able, and it's so important. And if you have desire and designs on a Stanley Cup, at some point in your 4th series, you got to get rid of somebody quick. Didn't think this was going to be it, but it's looking like this is going to be a short series after these 2 games here and the way the Stars are playing.
Miro Heiskanen with a 3-point game. He's up to 12 points. It's tied with Makar for 2nd, 1 behind Evan Bouchard. In this series, Heiskanen has 7 points. That is just 1 shy of the total for Makar, McKinnon, and Rantanen as a whole. I mean, it's unbelievable. He has taken the series over, obviously has supporting cast members as well, and what Wyatt is doing is literally historic at his age. But there are so many guys you can point to, and Dallas is just checking every single box on their way to this 3-1 series lead.
A lot of guys played really well, but I'm glad you brought up Miro, because he's had to kind of sit in the shadow and listen to watch Cale Makar win this, win that. He's the best defenseman in that, and he has decidedly been the better defenseman in this series. Makar looks hurried. He looks out of sorts. He's not impacting things. He didn't have a point tonight, right?
Nope.
So that's back-to-back-to-back games with Zippity-Doo out of number 8. And at the same time, Heiskanen is the catalyst for all things Stars right now with the way he's playing defensively. I mean, he's the guy out there half the time against their big boys who have been silenced, and he's creating and driving offense at the other end of the rink. I just think he's been remarkable, and that's a major, major difference in the series. As much as you can look at it statistically and you can go, okay, Jake's outplaying their guy. Yes, it's true. I would say that, but I don't think Georgiev's been bad at all. I think he's held them in. He's been one of their better players in the series. Their issues are in other areas, and tonight they got mauled on their defense core by the Stars. I mean, absolutely mauled. The goal that Dadonov scored was emblematic of that, where Marchment went to the front of the net and just treated, I think it was Walker in front of the net, just treated him like yesterday's news. They can't box anybody out. It's Georgiev to the rescue over and over again, and the Stars are too good. They're just too good a team from the net on out.
The Stars have played 5 road games this postseason. They have a 4-1 record, and if you don't count empty net goals against, in those 5 games, they've allowed 7 against the defending Stanley Cup champions, the team that won the Cup before that, the best home team, the number 1 offense. It has been clinical from Dallas.
Yeah, well, that was always going to be the big difference for me heading into the series. Both teams can score goals. We heard it all year long. For every time we interviewed a guy after the game, we know we can score goals. I know we can score goals. They were 3rd in the NHL in that. The Avalanche, the best offense in the league in the regular season. But the difference was the Stars were a much better defensive team than the Avalanche, and much better than their stats actually finished in the regular season. You know, they had some rocky spells with goaltending or whatever, just weren't playing that well. They're an excellent defensive team, and they are showcasing it in this series, and they've showcased it really in the playoffs, especially on the road, and that's why they're, marching their way toward halfway to the Stanley Cup.
They're marching their way towards halfway. They are 1 win away from halfway, and one huge opportunity to get it done on home ice against the Colorado Avalanche Wednesday night, 7 p.m. American Airlines Center. That place is going to be a ton of fun. A ton of fun.
And for all the history of not being able to lock down and win series on home ice and handshakes at home, and that if they do it, you got back-to-back here now. They had to watch a team celebrate a trophy there last year. It sticks and it stings a little bit, so it'd be awfully nice. You still, look, the old adage that I've used too many times, but they have them on the line. They got them near the boat. You got to get it in the boat before you can slap it on the wall, and they'd like to slap the Avalanche on the wall.
They took a giant step to get there with a dominating wire-to-wire Game 4 win. Big nights all around, and all eyes now on Wednesday night, American Airlines Center, 7 p.m. We will have it for you right here on the ticket. Fans, a reminder, get the latest team news, ticket pre-sales, contests, and more, all delivered right to your inbox as a Dallas Stars insider. Sign up, stay in the loop at dallasstars.com/insider. Stars 5, Avalanche 1, a 3-1 series lead for Dallas after a Game 4 triumph. They go 2 for 2 here in Denver at Ball Arena, and a chance to close things out on home ice a couple nights from now. Thanks so much to all of you for tuning in. Stick around, continuing coverage. The Toyota Postgame Show comes your way with Owen Newkirk and Bruce Levine. Till next time, for Darryl Ray, I'm Josh Bogart saying so long from Ball Arena in Denver. The Stars with the win and a 3-1 series lead on the ticket.
Stars fans, every player that has ever skated onto the ice has had a dream to be a champion. Ford has been a part of making those dreams come true. With every drive to hockey practice and travel to every road game, Ford F-Series, the 47-year leader, and Ford SUVs have carried us forward. That's why Ford is a proud sponsor of the Dallas Stars and proud sponsor of a dream. Based on 1977 to 2023 CY total sales.
Ford is the best in Texas.
At PNC Bank, we're one of North Texas's biggest fans. That's why we're an official partner of the Dallas Stars. And that's why we're here to assist on your every financial goal. With innovative solutions, personalized service, and online and mobile tools to help you bank on your own time, even in overtime. We're proud to support the Stars and North Texas's financial goals. Learn more at pnc.com/tech. PNC Bank National Association, member FDIC.
Sometimes a situation arises where you have to take your best shot. Criminal defense, serious injury, wrongful death. Hi, I'm Chris Lewis. When you need to take your best shot, there's one name to remember. Chris Lewis & Associates, your law firm for criminal defense and catastrophic injury. Don't let a conviction or severe injury destroy your life. When you have one shot, make it your best. Let us fight for you. Call 214-444-1000 or visit lewisdefense.com.
Hey Stars fans, come out and visit your local Children's Health Star Center, the best place to find ice time in the Metroplex. It's never too late to learn how to play with our Adult and Little Rookies program presented by Whataburger. These 5-week programs are sure to grow your love for the game of hockey. From public skating to our camps and clinics, there's something for everyone at your local Children's Health Star Center. Come see for yourself and enjoy everything we have to offer. Visit DallasStars.com/Star Centers for more information.
TXU Energy is changing the game with Live Your Free, the first and only plan of its kind that automatically adapts each month to give you free energy when you use it most.
What if I use the most during the day?
Enjoy free energy all day, every day.
What if I suddenly become a night owl?
Your nights are free, automatically.
What if I go weekend warrior?
Free energy all weekend, my friend.
So the savings change with me.
And you never have to change a thing. TXU Energy. Energy for everything.
Free energy charges and time periods defined in Plan EFL. TDU and other bill charges apply normally. Visit TXU.com for details.
The Dallas Stars postgame show is brought to you by Toyota. Experience the capable and rugged Toyota Tundra. Visit Toyota.com.
Dallas Stars Hockey was brought to you by PNC Bank, an official partner of the Dallas Stars. Learn more at pnc.com. By American Airlines. You are why we fly. American Airlines is the official airline of the Dallas Stars. By Choctaw Casino and Resorts, where the players play. And by the Hangar at Victory Park, the best spot to land official Stars apparel and merchandise.
The game is over, and as the players leave the ice, it's time to tune in to the guys that have hands of stone, but voices of gold. Bruce Levine and Owen Newkirk. This is the official 7-Eleven Dallas Stars postgame show on Sports Radio 96.7 and 1310 The Tick.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dallas Stars postgame show presented by your local Toyota dealer. Test drive a new 2024 Toyota Tundra today. Live here from the Ticket Studios, Owen Newkirk alongside Bruce Levine. Creighton Branch is our technical director who sneakily took over for Jay King midway through tonight's broadcast as the Stars win their third straight game against Colorado, taking a 3-1 lead in the series, and now put the Avalanche on the brink of elimination ahead of Game 5 on Wednesday night here in Dallas. And boy, Bruce, did things take a major turn today. We did not expect the news that happened. We'll get into all of it. We actually think, based on said news about Val Nichushkin, Devon Taves, one much bigger than the other, but both impactful. I think that the Avalanche came out and played exactly as shaky as we expected. Going into the game, we thought this was going to be a storm from the Avs, and the Stars were going to have to withstand it and find a way to grind one out. Instead, they were the better team because Colorado was a mess.
It was obvious in the first period. I mean, let's face it. we talked in the pregame show before the Nichushkin news came out that we were expecting the Avalanche to be desperate, that we were going to play with their season on the line, and we were going to see Colorado's best game to date. We were going to see this tonight because we really felt that going up 3-1, it's going to be tough for Colorado to win 3 straight against Dallas. It was obvious as Dallas outshot the Avalanche 16-2 in the first period that the distraction was more than just a distraction. It was a gut punch to the Colorado Avalanche. And they're saying, you know what? The second year in a row that this has happened, where they've been in a playoff series and Val Nichushkin has taken the focus from what they need to do as a team on the ice to completely what's happening off. And I know that Cale Makar and Nate McKinnon and Mikko Rantanen are all world hockey players.
Unbelievable.
But when your team is not focused and you're playing a Dallas Stars club that is razor sharp at the top of their game and laser focused on the task at hand, you can't win that game unless you're mentally there. And it did not look like Colorado was mentally there tonight. Didn't even look close to the same team we saw come back from a 3-0 deficit in Game 1, or the team that stormed back against Dallas repeatedly in the regular season. This is a Colorado Avalanche team that, to use a vernacular, their bodies were here, but their minds were somewhere else tonight, and it was painfully obvious on watching the game, and it was obvious to anybody in attendance that the Colorado Avalanche team, I hate to say this, but I always use a lot of cartoon analogies, but you know when Wile E. Coyote looks up and the anvil's coming down, and all he can do is hold up the yike sign?
Yes.
That was Colorado. But this time, they didn't see the anvil coming. It was a Val Nichushkin labeled anvil. You could get away with Devon Toews being sick and missing a game. It happens in the playoffs. People get hurt, people get sick. You got to be next man up. But Val Nichushkin led that team, led the NHL in goals. He was a huge part of Colorado's success against Winnipeg. And then to have that happen, and one more thing, Val Nichushkin was at pregame skate this morning. Colorado talked about, we're going to get Val into the offense. We're going to get McKinnon and Rantanen and Val going tonight. Somewhere between 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock Colorado time. 6:30 Colorado time. Probably more like between 2 and 6:30 Colorado time. They found out that the players went home, got their pregame meal, taking their pregame nap, and they wake up to find out that their best scorer, goal scorer, is gone for 6 months. How do you overcome that? Well, they couldn't.
Not tonight. For those that are just joining us or didn't see or hear all the news during the game tonight, which was common, Val Nichushkin was at 6:30 Mountain Time, 7:30 Central, announced in a press release from the NHL and NHLPA that he was placed into Stage 3 of the Player Assistance Program. That means that he violated the terms of his Stage 2 treatment plan, which is and I looked these up. Stage 1 is the first inpatient treatment, no penalty. Stage 2 is if you have a relapse or a violation of Stage 1 treatment plan, then you get suspended during the active phase of the treatment, which is suspended without pay during that time, and then you're eligible for reinstatement. You don't have to, worry about too much. It's just get yourself right, get back in. Stage 3 is for another violation, violating the Stage 2 treatment plan. Now you have a mandatory 6 months at minimum suspension without pay, and then eligible for reinstatement. Again, while you may have to petition, you basically, once you clear your 6 months and you get a treatment plan, you're okay. If you get to Stage 4, which would be another one, you get a year suspension, and then you are not assured reinstatement. Now, Bruce, we haven't gotten there yet for Nichushkin, but this means it's happened in the playoffs twice now for Nichushkin with the Avs, and we'll get to the whole recap and highlights of this one in a minute. They find that out. Then they find out, although they may have known already, that Devon Toews was sick and he wasn't able to play. But losing a top scorer, joint top scorer in the NHL postseason, he had scored in the first 8 games for Colorado in the playoffs. Didn't score in the 9th. Or excuse me, scored in the first 7, didn't score in the 8th, didn't play in the 9th. That had to be a massive thing. And the question now for the Avalanche, as good of a player as Val Nichushkin is, and boy, has he developed in Colorado. They won a Stanley Cup with him. He's been a beast. Can they trust him again?
No. You know, what's the old saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times? No. I mean, look, first of all...
he's still under contract.
Right, but first of all, you have to be concerned about Val Nichushkin's long-term health and mental well-being and everything that goes with it. Because, you know, this is a guy that, you know, came to Dallas as an 18-year-old and, you know, everyone thought he was going to have a fantastic NHL career. He didn't try hard in Dallas. After he had the hip surgery, he mentally was not capable of bouncing back and blending in.
And the Stars couldn't send him to the AHL when they needed to because
mature him?
Of the first, at least in his first contract,
right?
Because of the KHL deal that he had, it was either NHL or he can go back.
Right, but then he went back to the KHL, came back to Dallas, and
when he came back, they couldn't send him down without losing him through waivers.
Right, but they thought he was going to be a better player, more mature player, and he went the entire year, 57 games, without a goal or a penalty minute, which just shows...
Which was an NHL record.
Which will never be broken, which really shows...
Nobody keeps getting ice time if they don't do either.
Right, which just showed a complete lack of effort and caring. So he goes to Colorado, and it looks like he's going to... mature, he's found his game, he's playing great hockey, but he can't battle the demons right now. And if you're Colorado, if Dallas wins one of the next 3 games, and I think they will, if you're Colorado, you've had 2 back-to-back playoffs derailed by Val Nichushkin not being able to hold up his end of the bargain during the postseason. I don't think you can give him a third chance. As much as Jared Bednar and Joe Sakic and that group like to give people chances and believe in their team and believe in their players, how do you look Nate McKinnon in the eye and say, okay, you're in the prime of your career, you're the best player in hockey, we're going to put him back on this team and give him one more chance to prove himself? I don't think you can.
Well, it's not that simple because of the fact that Nichushkin, who is now placed on suspension, has a huge contract. And this is not grounds for termination. He, Bruce, is in his second year of a max 8-year, $49 million deal with an average annual value of $6.125 million. That means that, look, 6 months minimum on the suspension means that puts him in around, what, Thanksgiving? Maybe beginning of December, depending on how things go. But he has 6 of 8 years on that contract still to go. That's not like, oh, well, we got one more year. We can eat that. We can buy him out. We can trade him. That's a lot.
That is a lot.
And by the way, he has a full no-move clause through the end of next season and then a modified 12-team no trade after that. So technically, they can't do anything without his approval until after next season.
Yeah.
How about that?
But you can send him down.
They can.
You can.
But that would mean eating $5 million in dead cap.
What do you do?
I think you have to find a way to see if you can rehabilitate. Now, let me ask you this. Couple of quick responses. According to the reporters in the room right now, Jack Johnson on Val Nichushkin from Corey Masiak. Quote, he's made his decisions. That's all I'm going to say on that. He has made his decisions. It was also pointed out that Nichushkin's nameplate has already been replaced in the Avs locker room. Jonathan Drouin was asked about it, and he said, that's tough, but again, I don't really control that. We're missing a fellow player. It kind of sucked, but we got to bear down and find a way to win. Andrew Cogliano said, I don't know at this point. It is what it is, really.
Well, you know, I want to hear from Joe Sakic. I want to hear from Jared Bednar. As the players, it's hard for a player.
Would you like to see the first sentence he had? Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
Jared Bednar, I learned about it earlier today, sometime after pregame skate. Obviously not happy about it. And then asked if his absence is a 5-1 loss in Game 4, if it impacted, he said, we're not using that as an excuse.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you don't have to use it as an excuse, but everyone knows that Colorado came out in this game and didn't play like a team on the brink. Now, I do expect them to regroup. I fully expect this team to regroup and make eliminating them the hardest thing possible. If you remember back in the bubble in 2020, they lost both their starting goalies. They lost their best defensive defenseman, and Dallas was up 3-1, and it took 7 games in overtime and Joel Kiviranta to get Dallas to the Western Conference Final that year. I don't expect Colorado just to show up at the AAC on Wednesday, throw their sticks out and say, hey, the weather's good, where's the best golf? I do not expect that at all, but tonight was too much to ask and too much to overcome.
All right, let's go to our game recap. First period, Stars absolutely dominant. 18 quality scoring chances to just 3 for Colorado. At the time, I had it as shots at 14-2. They altered things a bit, so the final ones were 16-2. That's even better for Dallas, as they just one-sidedly stomped on the Avs. The only thing they didn't do was make it count on the score sheet to the degree they could have because of Alexander Georgiev, as he stopped Jason Robertson with a high-danger chance early, Mason Marchment on a high-danger chance as he got behind the D, Jamie Benn on the rebound of a power play tip by Pavelski, and then Seguin wide-open Bruce also on the power play. Georgiev was the only player that looked dialed in that opening period for Colorado.
You know, goalies live in their own world. They really do. And Georgiev just came out and absolutely played lights out tonight. He did give up 4 goals, but which one's he going to blame on him? I mean, which one?
Well, let's get to him, and then we'll think about it.
We'll see. We'll see which one we can blame on him. He was the only person who began the game and finished the game for Colorado with his mindset 100% on beating the Dallas Stars tonight. He was good. He was really good. Team in front of him was not.
Stars unable to score on the power play early, then they give up one, and shorthanded, they just keep dominating and score.
Johnston for steal, shoot, save, Johnston another save, rebound, score! Short-handed goal, Wyatt Johnston, 3 different whacks at it. And down a man, the Stars go up a goal to take the lead.
Wyatt Johnston, 6 of the playoffs. Short-handed goal from Sam Steele as the lone assist. 15-37. Bruce, that duo, young as they are, looking very good on the penalty kill. They give Dallas the lead.
And this is a great play by Wyatt Johnston. Everyone's talking about how the Dallas Stars, after Game 1, have been more aggressive on the penalty kill. They're pressuring all over the ice, almost willing to risk a great pass and a wide-open shot opportunity, which we saw in Game 3, which Chris Tanev blocked. They're willing to risk that to stop the setup and stop Colorado from getting up ice. This is Wyatt Johnston pressuring in the Colorado zone. Oh, by the way, that's Cale Makar. He's stripping of the puck. This isn't a beer league guy out there. This is Cale Makar, and Wyatt Johnston steals the puck, gets it to Sam Steele. Wyatt Johnston goes to the net, a little bit of a, shall we say, rubbing paint on the way to the front of the net, but Wyatt Johnston gets there first. Steele puts the shot on net, save Georgiev, but then Johnston, 1, 2,